Ladies and Jesus Christ, Tom! Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A-Gap podcast. Oh, for all you audio listeners, Tom is wearing a full it mask as we came in to the pod there. Holy shit, man. Tom, you're still on mute. Just want to let you know that, by the way. But oh my God, that was hilarious.
Was that a bit much?
Nah, it wasn't a bit. I think it was perfect. It is November 2nd. Welcome to No Nut November, boys. And, we're here. We made it. That was a good Halloween scare. I think November 2nd is still, enough time to have a fun little scare. I'm with you.
Just count it, I didn't spend way too much money at Spirit just for, one night, I'm going to at least use it for 2 nights.
There we go. Hey, Torpedo.
Yeah.
Torpedo in the chat with the Braves home run. 3-0.
Hey, let's
go Braves. Let's go Braves. Yeah, so for the audio listeners as well, I have a mustache. Clearly it was Halloween. We dressed up, did some fun costume stuff. I'm also wearing the beanie and glasses just to go full hipster on you guys with the mustache, the beanie, and the glasses.
Hassan in the chat. Look.
Yeah, dude, I know. Seriously, I'm looking like Hassan. Dude, you should have seen me earlier today. I had a full sweater and I'm wearing sweat shorts and long white socks. I just went full hipster today at work, and it was a vibe. I was kind of productive. It was nice.
But you also didn't give a shit.
But I also didn't care. Yeah, I didn't care at all. I was like, you know what? It's your problem that this is late. So,
I'll give 10% effort and give you 100% of what you want.
Yeah. Exactly. But it was a good day, and it was a great weekend. Gentlemen, let's just start there. How was your weekend? How was your Halloween? And I'm just going to throw it out there. What's your deal, dudes?
All right. Well, I wore the whole costume, so I guess I'll start. Me and my girlfriend Amber had some plans of doing different Halloween costumes, but classic, we waited to the last night to do it. So we were at the Spirit store in Party City, 24 hours till Halloween. It's a goddamn massacre out there around that time. You got a lot of disappointed, sad people looking for costumes, just people that never wanted to buy a costume but got invited to a Halloween party, so they had to. So we called an audible and decided to do Georgie and Pennywise from It.
Nice.
And so what actually was pretty cool about it is just really leaned into it after the fact. So on my way home from work on Saturday on the 30th, I went and bought 15 red balloons with white string from the grocery store near me. Cool. And this 22-year-old girl who was actually a horror movie fan knew exactly what I was going for. Had a nice little conversation about our favorite horror movies. I told her me and my girlfriend are super into that. And so it's nice to meet someone else who's into that shit. And then, had some people over, carried around the balloons. Hopefully it was terrifying. You'd have to ask Colby. He was there.
It was very scary.
It was very scary, right? The mask is not fucking around, dude.
No, it's not.
That mask is terrifying.
Well, and then you were telling us earlier that kids were coming to your house, but they all knew who Pennywise was. Children are
From
watching that movie.
Well, yeah. No, that was I was kind of sitting near the door as kids were coming up for candy. I was watching Sunday Night Football, of course. And I could hear these groups of kids seeing the balloons and seeing the red light in front of my house. Is this Pennywise's house? Is this Pennywise's house? And they were like, oh, you're Pennywise. And I initially was just like, yeah, I'm a scary clown. They're like, no, you're Pennywise. And I'm like, you're right, I am.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
They're like, wow, all right. You guys, you know what I'm talking about.
Highly disappointed that a bunch of 5-year-olds in my neighborhood have seen it. But, we're not going to worry about that. I did have one little kid, one boy told me that I was the favorite house he went to because I had the lights up and the balloons in the front yard and had the full costume when I opened the door. And all my neighbors were asleep, meaning they had their lights off and they ignored all of them.
What kind of candy did you have?
Dude, I got good candy, dude. I got a bag of white chocolate candy with just it was white chocolate or caramel or the two different types.
Not impressed.
I don't really like white chocolate. I'm not a big white chocolate guy.
So the cookies and cream Hershey bars.
Oh,
very
yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Very
good.
good.
And then it was white chocolate Kit Kats, white chocolate Reese's, and then one other thing. And then it was all caramel candies like Milky Ways, caramel M&Ms, stuff like that. So, yeah, I went big. That candy was gone. Definitely saw the difference of some kids that are they took one. And I was like, you can take another one. And then there's the kids that literally handful, boom, in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, because I didn't want to be the guy that puts one piece of candy. I was like, pick your candy. Yeah, go for it. Pick
you
your
gotta
candy.
give them a little bit, yeah.
Whatever they want, And then it was like the end of the night when some chick rolled in, some probably, I don't know, like 7 or 8 year old girl just grabbed every last bit of candy in the bowl and was like, "Happy Halloween!" And I was like, "All right, I'm turning off the light."
Yeah, like
I'm calling it.
And also, you were over it. You're just like, all right, just take it. Like, just dump it out. Here you go. I was over it.
Real concerned I was gonna have no candy for myself.
You can't think you're gonna leave Halloween night with candy left over.
Dude, Roseville suburbs, they are popping, man. Let me tell you, there's trick-or-treaters everywhere. So, but yeah, great weekend for me. So I'll say, Matt, what's your deal, dude?
So my deal is, and I didn't realize this, so I'll try to be on it next year. So Utah, when Halloween fall, I guess it won't matter next year. When Halloween falls on a Sunday in Utah, you celebrate it on Saturday.
Oh,
it's like a church thing, right?
Oh,
so like, I didn't realize that. So I actually did Halloween on Sunday like a normal person.
Yeah.
But all the trick-or-treaters were Saturday. I didn't get home till late, so I just didn't really participate. But driving around my neighborhood trying to get back home from the store and back was like a mission all in itself because it's like twilight. There's little kids everywhere. Can't be glancing at your phone trying to pick a song, It's I was like, yeah, actually not too on brand to talk about killing somebody in a car right now. But
you said no Henry Ruggs jokes.
I know. I didn't mean
you broke your own rule, dude. Broke your own rule.
Anyways, so Saturday nothing happened, and then Sunday just hung out, watched some horror films. Finished it off with Monster House, so I wouldn't have bad dreams.
Nice. There you go.
Always got movie. Yeah.
But we watched. My girlfriend and I watched The Witch.
Ooh,
which was
a great horror movie.
Yeah, it was, not like your classic spooky demon ghost stories with all like the little like moments or a slasher, but kind of like a little psychological, just kind of uncomfortable the whole time.
Yep.
Really well shot.
Oh yeah, dude.
Creepy. Beautiful. I enjoyed it.
It's got that soundtrack that's just like a woman going.
Oh God!
Yeah, it gets like super loud and just stresses you out. Yeah,
yeah, dude. It's fucking. It's like that like 8 times throughout the movie. It's terrifying.
Just constantly slow building.
The goat. It has that lady from Game of Thrones. She's in it.
Oh yeah. So she was the mom of the little boy who was like a big bitch boy that had the palace that had the hole in it.
Yes.
Like season 2.
Yes.
That clicks with anyone.
Yes. What did they call it? You would know. You're a Game of Thrones head.
Or something was there.
The sand snakes, right?
Well, what the little pit of misery thing was?
Yeah, the moon door.
The moon door. Yeah.
Moon door.
Yeah.
Oh,
not you know what I'm talking about?
Not the Tarleys.
Tyrion. It's I think it's the Tarleys.
No, Samuel Tarley.
Oh,
nice guy.
Not them though.
No. Anyway,
yeah,
she was in it. She was in it.
Canceled anyway, so
she was in it.
Torpedo
was I think he was at the game. He said he went to Atlanta.
He went to.
He was at Game 3.
Fucking sick.
No, that was game. Yeah, I think he said he was going to Game 3.
Yeah.
So, I think that was.
Yeah.
I think that was a dub.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Dude,
I got to catch
they're
up.
all kind of blurring together, but
Max
Max Fried's been in a gem so far. It's only a third, but.
There we go.
That is the guy you want on the mound.
Absolutely.
Maybe while we're on the pod tonight, we'll have a resolution.
Yeah, thanks for joining us while your team is playing in the ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, that's awesome,
that means a lot. So
we're a solid Braves podcast for you. Absolutely, man.
We got some Georgia boys. We got some Georgia boys in the chat every now and then.
You do. Sorry. Hey, Colby.
Oh, yeah. What's up, dude?
What's your deal, dude?
Oh, my deal? Well, I'll just start by saying what I did for Halloween. So I did a little silent disco thing I told you guys about, and then I shaved the mustache because I don't know if you guys have seen White Lotus, but I dressed up as Armand, the hotel manager from that show.
Do the voice.
Very funny show. Oh, I can do the voice. Welcome to the White Lotus. Is there anything I can get for you? That was more Australian. He's a New Zealand guy, but yeah. Great show. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's not very scary, but there is a murder involved or a death that is involved.
Spoiler.
So, yeah. No, it's literally the first scene. It's like
Oh,
you
right.
see them loading like a casket onto a plane, and you're like, oh shit, like something goes wrong here. And that's kind of the whole show. It's like
Amber
all
didn't
these
know who you were
characters.
until you made the voice, and then when you said the voice, she got it.
Oh, really? There you
She's
go.
seen the show, so she got it immediately after.
Perfect.
The voice.
Well, perfect. Good. I'm
Yep.
glad I could do somewhat of a decent New Zealand accent or Kiwi accent. But my actual what's the deal is I am drinking LaCroix. I'm doing Sober November this month, at least until Thanksgiving. So I had, at least until Thanksgiving. So that's what, 4 weeks, 3 weeks?
We do a mayo bet.
No, I'll do a mayo bet with you. No, because the thing is, Tom and I actually have Kings. We have blue collar seasons tickets for the Kings, and he's gonna be like trying to feed me beers if we make a mayo bet. So I don't know, dude. You might try and stack the cards against me. But
I saw his
He'll
all right.
he'll have his beer and he'll do his little Pennywise voice, telling you to
Yeah.
go ahead and take it.
yeah, go and take it. Isn't it? Hops, hop, 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 hoppy.
Great.
You like that? I've seen the intro. I've seen the intro.
Sounds like a Friday beers clip, dude.
Yeah, it really does actually. So yeah, doing Sober November. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I don't know. I drink probably 2-3 nights a week, maybe more, 4 nights a week. So it'll be nice to just like hydrate and get healthy and have a good time. And then when the holidays roll around, I'll be able to have a couple glasses of wine, get a little loose at dinner. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then also, I kind of did the same route as you guys for Halloween, but I didn't really watch any scary movies. We watched Coco, which is just so good. It's
Great
so
movie.
fucking good,
Yeah.
man. Every time I watch it.
You don't even notice how good that movie is.
No. Like, if you have not seen Coco and you're like, it's Pixar, but it's not like one of Pixar's best, you are wrong. I honestly think it is a top 5 Pixar film. I'll put it above maybe even like Incredibles 2. Just throwing that out there. Not Incredibles 1, but Incredibles 2. And then we watched.
I think you could sell me on it being better than Incredibles 1 even too.
Yeah,
I think it's got more detail. The story, the universe is just so detailed. And
the
rich,
art,
the rich universe.
Yeah, if you toss your nostalgia aside,
Right.
Yes.
then
yes. Yeah, Felgank Wilson, the ending scene with Mama Coco, dude. Oh my God! Literally, I cry every time. Every time I will cry. I'm a movie crier and a pool pisser. I will cry. Okay. We're not getting into that right now, but
We're not talking about pool pissing.
Oh,
anymore.
Torpedo, you watched Coco
dude.
today, dude. How are your eyes feeling,
so
man?
good.
How are your eyes
Look at
feeling?
us.
Yeah, so good. And then to top it all off, we watched Hubie Halloween.
Oh,
No way.
Oh, dude, I fucking love it. I'm gonna make it a tradition. I love that movie. It's so
How many times
silly.
have you seen it?
Voice.
Twice.
Is that your first time?
That was my second time.
You watched it last Halloween?
Yeah, I watched it last
I
Halloween.
didn't put it on the list to watch this Halloween.
Dude.
I didn't do it.
Why? It's a classic, man.
It's a classic.
It's a Halloween classic. It's so
Sandler
funny.
and all his Zabadoo
He
glory.
says, "Yabadoo," and he's just always dodging shit on the bike. They're just throwing like TVs and crutches and shit at him. His thermos that just does everything. It's so good. I love it.
But Steve Buscemi's got a really weird, funny character in that movie.
He's like
right?
the werewolf
I remember
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like boarding up his house. He's like, don't come check on me. Like, don't do it. Like, he's like, all right, neighbor, have a good one.
Love me some Steve Buscemi.
You didn't cry?
Did you
Let me
see his Halloween costume?
Who? Steve Buscemi? Yeah, he dressed
Yeah.
up as the meme guy, right?
Yeah.
That is
he
hilarious.
dressed as his own meme.
So meta. Dude.
That's so sick.
So meta. Speaking of meta,
so Facebook.
yeah, the metaverse or whatever we're gonna be all in.
Yeah, what the ridiculous.
That actually got me to watch Ready Player One again last night too.
Oh,
Good
really?
movie, right?
Okay.
Great movie, great book too. If you listen to it on Audible, Will Wheaton
Ooh.
narrates it. It's very good. And Ready Player Two just came out last November. I just
The
started on
book?
that on Audible too.
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
hell yeah.
Nice.
Also narrated by Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. Wow.
Will Wheaton's
Very,
good.
very good.
Cool. All right, Torpedo saying I need to read some early chat. I assume you're talking about the mustache. Dude, we're mustache brothers, dude.
Brother.
So I also, not to harp on being 30 all the time, but I had this natural thought came into my head this morning. I was like, I caught myself with the beanie, the glasses, the mustache. I was like, you know what? I was like, this mustache, it's really grown on me. I had my first old 30-year-old dad joke. I'm
You've had
so
plenty
upset
before
with
you were 30.
myself.
You've had plenty before you were 30.
Yeah, but they were like, hey, that was a literal just natural thought that I was like, oh, wait, that's actually kind of funny. It's like, fuck.
Hello.
It's starting. It's starting. Well,
been starting,
boys, speaking of starting, I don't know where I'm going with this, but people start in sports. Let's talk a little sports here, huh? On the AGAP podcast.
Oh, are we a sports podcast?
Sure.
Yeah, sometimes for like, I don't know, like the last hour and a half of the show, but for the first 20 to 30 minutes, we just fuck around. But it's time to get into some sports. Let's talk some NFL Week 8. Let's hit the wrap up with the big name games. However, all right. I'm going to throw a little curveball in here, and let's just do a quick recap. Once again, we're going to hit a couple of the top stories, and then if we don't talk about your game, just Google it, because it didn't matter. It just didn't matter.
Broncos, Washington football team. Yikes bowl.
Yeah, yikes
Not
bowl.
talking about it.
Big yikes bowl. Google it.
I watched too much of that game, and I wish I hadn't. But
Well, I'm going to say, speaking of a game that was kind of a yikes bowl, but it is the most recent game that happened, Chiefs-Giants. Are we, like, surprised? I think we're a little surprised here, right?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It should not have been, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean...
Giants should have won that game.
Giants should have won that game. They actually that was some bullshit on that face mask at the end of the game too.
Yeah.
That was egregious. And Joe Judge already has a short temper and can't hold himself in check on the sideline. So I'm surprised we didn't see a full-on meltdown. But I'm sure he made his team run laps like in the parking lot, because it's always their fault.
Always. Yeah, it's never the coach's fault. Granted, in that scenario,
that was rough though.
A player's
that one's
fault.
not on the players or the coaches. Like they played a hell of a game, all things considered.
Yeah.
They did everything right. And at the end too, where Mahomes threw like what would have been like his second interception of the game, and there was like barely an offsides call.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even look like an obvious free play to me. Like I had no idea it was a free play until I don't think Mahomes knew it was a free play. He was actually trying to make that throw.
Yeah.
So big yikes.
It seems like that'll be the one that comes out that's like, oh, never mind, he actually wasn't offsides. Like, New York will review it, and it's like, okay, they just gave it to Mahomes. So,
yep.
Tough.
They felt bad that he threw a pick earlier.
Exactly.
Yep. He
can't let him
Mahomes
do it
has to
twice.
win more. Mahomes has to win, is what I'm understanding.
Well, they were buyers. They got Melvin Ingram.
That is true.
For a 6th-round pick, yeah.
Yep.
Actually, not terrible. That's something that Chiefs fans, I think, are probably happy to see. Just any movement on the defense, you know?
Productive player, 32-year-old rental. I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
You get it, but
6th
like,
rounder.
I mean, how long are they going to have him just for the end of this year? And it's not like, I mean, are they going to make a run?
I think they
The
plan on it.
AFC's open.
They definitely are planning on it.
I mean, when you go to back-to-back Super Bowls, you probably believe that no matter what, like,
True.
we're gonna right the ship. They're 500 right now. I think they're what? Are they? They're 4-4 now.
4-4.
Let's see, yeah.
They have a real rough stretch coming up though. So that was what the just keep talking about is they needed this to be an easy like get right game. And man, Mahomes just doesn't look right.
No.
It was not a get right game. It was I don't know if I feel any better if I'm a Chiefs fan game.
Yeah,
Not
did
at
you hear
all.
those fans were quiet? Was someone I forget whether it was the Peyton or the Manning broadcast or not, but someone talked about, man, is Daniel Jones audibling at Arrowhead right now successfully?
Wow.
Like that doesn't happen very often. And the other guy's like, yeah, just they're not into it. The crowd's not into it because their team looks like shit against the Giants.
So Arrowhead was always like, even when they weren't very good, was always notoriously one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. Are they now like when you win too much, you get the corporate fans that they're just fair weather,
candy ass?
they get a little pouty when things aren't going perfect.
Yep. They
quiet.
expect their
Money on their
Patty
tickets.
Boy. Yeah, exactly. Their Patty Boy Mahomes to just bring him to the victory land, and if it doesn't happen, then they're pissed.
It was a little rough. I don't know. I'm excited to watch next week for the Chiefs because I'm ready for them to play good teams again and see if they play like this, they're going to get their asses kicked. And it's going to be a big, long, hard look in the mirror for the Chiefs and the Chiefs fans of what's really going on here.
There's also Travis Kelce had one of his worst games in a long time.
Yep.
I think he had one that was like
rough.
Yeah, 2 receptions, fumble at the end of the game. It was brutal. So it's just something's off there, and nobody really
Vibes
knows
off.
what it is. But the vibes off.
The vibes off.
Bust out the sage. Bust out the sage. Yeah, I don't know. Very, very, very interesting. All right.
I would say do a rain dance, but I don't think the local Native Americans would support it.
Yeah, I don't think they would be too thrilled. But hey,
Yeah, dude,
apparently,
I mean, honestly, yeah, I noticed in the pregame, like, they're still chopping it up.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Oh yeah.
yeah, they chop it up. Braves chop it up because
We're not,
Manfred
yeah.
said they're allowed to, right? Didn't they say that like there was like I saw an article that basically said the Atlanta Braves can like chop because they were told by the local tribes that it's okay. Like,
Oh.
I don't know if
mean,
that's true.
I mean, if that's true, at least they did their due diligence.
I guess.
It sounds like that's not. It sounds like, yeah, I don't know.
Sounds
I
like
don't
They
know.
don't
I
like
don't
that.
Sounds like
Yeah.
bullshit.
Makes
Oh,
me
it
feel
kinda
weird.
sounds like they're like,
I like to do the chop though.
Yeah.
You could just not.
it's fun though. We get loud doing it.
It's not. It's inappropriate and it's just very annoying.
Yeah.
So
Extremely.
I remember when I was a kid in 2002 when the Giants played them in the NLDS, thinking that was the most annoying thing besides the Angels rally monkey.
Oh,
That was pretty bad too.
dude, I've never wanted to kill an animal more than I wanted to kill that rally monkey. I swear to
Yeah.
God, dude.
Fuck
That thing
Hate
is.
that thing.
I still have nightmares. I think about that thing. All right.
Why'd they get rid of it? Come on.
I don't know, man. Probably because it was like
yeah,
inhumane.
This is pretty
Like,
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's dumb. It's really dumb.
It's kind of. Our team has nothing to do with monkeys. We are the Angels, but it worked for them in 2002. Unfortunately, cry some sad black and orange tears.
Hey, don't worry about it.
All right. Well,
That's
let's
the
move
bad.
on to another black
What you
and
got?
orange team. Let's talk about our relatively newly adopted Bengals. Yikes. Taking on
The
the
Bengals?
Jets.
Gonna
the
stick with 'em.
Bengals. We got to
Yeah,
stick
dude.
with them. Obviously, we stick with them. They kind of played to their opponent, but Mike White looking
Just
good.
one of those. That's why they play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what happened on
Well, it's
Sunday.
tough when you don't get to prepare for Mike White. There's no tape, so you don't know what he's gonna
No tape?
bring.
Yeah. How
I
could
don't
you
think
ever
any team in
prepare?
the NFL can be prepared for that player. You know, he was just on fucking fire. It was the only stat that sticks in my head is he was the second highest points ever from a starting quarterback, at least from a fantasy points perspective. So for his first game, the most fantasy points a quarterbacks ever had in their first appearance.
Wow.
Like there's one other player that was higher, but
405 and 3 tuds
unreal.
from Mike White.
Who? Yeah, like that seems
Who?
just like it seems just like an AI generated the easiest name it could.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and printed out a like AI studied quarterbacks over time and just printed a guy out and was like Mike White throw ball, and he was incredible. Like he was so good.
He's like the quarterback you draft in Madden, like 7-8 years into your
Yeah.
dynasty league. You know, like
Yeah.
Mike White, generic face.
They all have the same picture.
Yeah.
Oh, so true. But I mean, hey, big ups to Robert Salah. I'm hyped for Salah,
Seriously.
dude. I'm hyped for Salah. He was
Yeah.
so excited on the sidelines. I'm sure that locker room was electric after the win.
Hell yeah.
No, I didn't see anybody go IG live, but I would have loved to have seen Robert Salah just like dancing, having a good time with the guys. I'm sure they got. I mean, I'm having a brain fart. Oh no, they lost last week, but they won.
They got
Yeah,
absolutely
they got
shellacked the
But
week
then-
before too.
Oh yeah, they haven't won since October 3rd when they beat the Titans. Still, it's
Another
crazy.
nice
Like,
win though.
yeah, Jets.
Nice
yeah,
win.
the Jets have beaten the Bengals and the Titans, man.
Dude, 2 winning teams.
Crazy.
Dude, like, you know, fighting for the best spot.
Like Tom
in the
said,
AFC.
that's why you play the game.
That's why they play the game.
Michael Carter had a nice game. He's really emerging.
Yep. So is
Yeah,
that? I mean,
he's good.
ignored fantasy segment. There was a trade that happened in our league. I'll just say it involved Michael Carter. Are we still negative on the trade?
Yes.
Yeah, I still feel
It was
pretty
Tom Brady and
negative about
CeeDee Lamb for
Michael Carter and
Michael-
Chuba Hubbard.
yeah, Chuba Hubbard. That's right. So yeah, we're still down on it. Chuba Hubbard.
We're still down on it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Uh,
relent.
it. I want to talk about the juxtaposition, if I could,
Oh,
of
please.
new head coach in Robert Saleh versus your Jaguars new head coach, your Texans new head coach. Just think about all the new head coaches out there, and I just think like who we always bring this up on the pod. Who would you rather be a fan of, you know? And getting 2, gritty ass wins when no one expected you to win Like, that's what you look for when you're like an owner or a franchise or a fan base. When you're looking for a new head coach, like, who's going to gut out some wins when your team's got no talent at all, basically, quote unquote. I think that I'd be way happier to be a Jets fan than a Jags fan today.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like that just looks like you got fight. And it's like, even with the whole Dan Campbell, his team keeps fighting. I'd probably rather have the guy that actually pulled off some wins rather than some almost wins, even though Dan Campbell, it's just that story keeps getting sadder by the day.
0-8.
Yeah. Yikes. And there's not a lot of like the Eagles game. That was
demoralizing.
That was their one.
That was the one.
That was their chance. Yeah.
I picked him in that game. I thought.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm music when all of you guys pick the fucking Lions.
That one hurt. That one hurt. And it's
how's Rager, by the way? Is he hurt?
He's still hurt. Yeah, it's big up in the air. He's posting some like very cryptic. I don't know how he's gonna be Instagram posts. So
yikes.
That should have been a touchdown.
Yeah, 100%.
Insult to injury.
Yeah, it's rough. But
his knee was not down.
Don't worry, guys. I know we all started Jordan Howard and Boston Scott this week, so it was a great week.
Yeah,
for
great week.
So many fantasy owners.
Jordan Howard, is he? So he was finally active this week. Is he gonna be the guy that's like 3 carries for 1 yard and a touchdown, like he was what was it last year? Whenever he was with the Dolphins.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the this year for the Cardinals fucking day. Who's on the Cardinals that gets all the touchdowns?
James Conner.
James Conner. It's not gonna be a James Conner role. What I think the Eagles found is that if they can just run the ball and they don't have to put Jalen Hurts in position where he has to make every play, they play better. They can win games. And the offensive line, I think, likes doing that chugga like running all the time. Like that's just like the play action is their only real passing, or every once in a while. I just think that the O-line really gets in the group. Granted, the lines are bad, so I know that's what everyone said. It's like, oh, but Eagles like kicked their ass. Like that was not close.
Yeah.
So I think it looks also pretty good for the Eagles. So, yeah, who knows? Poor Lions fans though, and Dan Campbell I think may not even see another season if he goes 0-8.
They got a lot to think about heading into the bye. That's for sure.
Yeah,
man.
You think they'll let him just go winless, or will they fire him?
Yeah. I think they'll give him the whole season.
I think they will too.
I bet they give him 2 years.
Really?
I mean, when you just fired Patricia, who was a disaster, it's kind of tough. It's like the Niners. Like, even though Shanahan, I think, is a good coach, they had back-to-back firings with Tom Sula and then Chip Kelly the next year.
They're not
like, you want to at some point not be a revolving door. So I bet they'll stick it out for at least another year.
I would like Dan to have that. To be honest, we've seen enough from his teams where they try. It's just no one ever wants to join a historic group of never winning a game teams, And the Jets are a team that no one expects to. They are always unfavored in every game, and they found a way to beat 2 good teams. So they have stayed away from that. They will not join.
I think the Jets earned a lot of respect this week, just because Titans and Bengals but then they lose to the Dolphins. They lose to other shittier teams. It's just weird. But they can step up to the occasion, which I think comes from good coaching. Like, I think that's solid.
Totally.
Getting
100%.
the guys ready to rock, and it's like, all right, let's go hit these guys in the mouth, and let's go play physical football. And I think that's what Dan Campbell was doing for the first, 6 weeks of the season. And then he kind of cried, and he kind of lost it, and then he got beat again, and then now it's getting worse. It's like, oh, shit.
They have a bad
this is all
too.
falling apart. Yeah, Jared Goff.
Jared Goff
needs really bad.
You need everything to go right for Jared Goff to have success. You can't have a bad defense and a not great. They have a hell of a running back tandem, but you kind of need Jared Goff to just do the minimum and manage the game, and he can't do that.
No.
That's big yikes.
They are bad.
Big. Yeah.
We're in a transitionary period here, Colby. I just want to say,
Please.
I'm really happy for, generic white guys coming in, backup quarterbacks. I think generic white guys have never really had a chance to, show their stuff in this good God blessed world.
Finally getting their shine.
Finally getting their shine, getting their chance. Generic white guys, you guys are finally it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, way to go, Mike White. And it's almost worse that his last name is White. It's
Yeah,
worse.
I know.
It's worse.
Don't worry, he hates rich people though. So
He does.
Yeah, that's right. That Matt, you said what? Zach Wilson, watch out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody pulled up an old tweet of Mike White saying, "I hate losing to rich, arrogant white kids." Like, you look like the template, but all right.
Let's go.
Whatever.
Let's go.
Tommy, good for him. Good for us.
All right, let's move on to another white quarterback, Carson Wentz, who fell just a little short to the Titans this weekend, but put up a hell of a fight.
Pennywise smile here.
Yeah, here we go. I love this. This season has been so fun watching you just shit talk Carson Wentz and be like, "Fuck that guy." Like, I hate him now.
Yeah, I said in our group chat, I was like, I think Tom enjoys when Carson Wentz fails more than when Jalen Hurts has any success.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want a little bit of a chance to explain myself with that comment because you're not wrong. Not wrong. First off, I want the Colts to do bad with Carson Wentz because we get a better pick, and he has to play at least 75% of the snaps to even get the pick.
Fair.
Also, you can make the argument the Eagles. This is probably not the deep playoff run that anyone expected. This is a little bit of a rebuild while retooling, So the better the picks are, the happier I'll be. We've got 3 in the first round. So if the Dolphins, the Eagles, and the Colts keep playing like shit and Carson Wentz plays, we get 3 first rounders. So there's always that motivation I have where, yes, I am happier when the Colts lose with Carson Wentz than even when the Eagles win because it just means a better draft pick for us. So that's my justification.
Yeah, those extra layers make it all the more understandable, actually. I'd be having a lot of laughs too. Every time he just shovels it off right at the 1 yard line for an easy little pick six.
Oh, go for it, Tom.
I was just saying I read an article about the Indianapolis media is already calling for this was one of the worst decisions that it's whatever last name Ballard, general manager for the Colts, has made.
Ooh.
They say they need to sit him to make sure the Eagles don't get that first round pick because this team is bad and we need a better quarterback.
Is this the beginning of the end for Chris Ballard then? Because he's gotten a lot of passes in Indy. They love him.
I think if Carson Wentz keeps throwing problematic interceptions after being close in games against division opponents, I don't see how he survives. If Carson Wentz throws 3 picks against the Texans and loses, that could be the end.
It's like you're saying, that's the Carson we all know and love.
Exactly.
When he's trying to do too much.
Yep.
Always.
They literally have. Oh, go for it.
I was just saying Patrick Mahomes had a little Carson Wentz in him in the last 3 weeks here. That's what whenever I watch Carson Wentz. He's playing some Carson Wentz ball too.
So the Colts do have a couple get-right games, though. They have the Jets, then the Jaguars. Then they face reckoning against the Bills and the Bucks. Then they got Texans, Patriots, Cardinals, Raiders, Jags. So Colts, 2 easy games,
Colts
2 tough
still
games.
are in it, and I actually Thursday night is Colts Jets, which all of a sudden gets a lot more interesting. With the Robert Saleh fucking energy team against Carson Wentz, who we all know if you can get pressure on Carson Wentz, things can get a little squirrely.
I'm gonna go take a little look at that spread.
The team that they played, the Titans, all of a sudden that division is a lot more open because of the injury to Derrick Henry.
I haven't even talked about that yet.
Yeah, I mean when your running back is going to be the reason you win a division. That's going to be tough, man. I mean, bringing in 36-year-old Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. Are you actually confident that he's going to do well?
I
think he'll be all right.
I think he'll be all right. From what I've read and listened to in the last couple days since the signing, at the very least, the Titans love to run and do run-heavy offenses. That's their thing. And then they pass off play action. That's also their thing. So you got Adrian Peterson, which all that guy's ever done is fucking rush the ball at a super high level in a power offense. So he's going into a great situation, almost better than last year when he was on the Lions splitting carries with Swift.
Yeah.
Where they just want to run the ball. And they want him to be first and second down guy. They want him to hit the hole hard. The offensive line loves that shit. This is also straight up from Matthew Berry that I listened to on my way home. But everyone loves Adrian Peterson, I guess. He's a great locker room guy, even though him as a person we can definitely debate.
Yeah.
But,
not a great father. I'll just put that out there.
Yeah, let's just throw that out there.
I mean, his methods are unconventional, but sometimes you got to switch it up, Hey,
there you go. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
So is it Adrian Peterson's season or Jeremy McNichols' season?
From everything I've read, that Adrian Peterson's a great pickup right now for waivers for anyone that's got waivers tomorrow. They're definitely going to be a timeshare with McNichols, but somebody else dug up something that said McNichols, when he was in Boise State, had like a 1,300-yard rushing season.
Wow.
Like, he's not just a pass catcher in his career football player just for the Titans. So, and the argument everyone's making is like, look, if you have Derrick Henry, is any other running back really going to do your first?
Oh, I think we lost him.
Tom Frozen?
Yep, we lost him for a second there.
I agree with him. He's basically saying that you're not going to replace Derrick Henry production no matter who you get.
No.
That's why I thought they should have traded for a receiver or something like that to help boost their pass offense, because now it's going to be on Ryan Tannehill to earn his contract.
Yeah, 100%. And, I mean, granted, though, A.J. Brown looks fucking incredible.
Yep.
The last 2 games, he's come to life. So he's clearly past whatever was fucking his stomach up, and he is now
fast food, man.
Dominating. Yeah, Chipotle. Fast food Chipotle.
Looking like that top 5 receiver.
Yeah, he finally is. Finally. So everyone that had him in fantasy that's just been hanging on, holding on for dear life, you're back. You're going to start getting some good weeks out of him.
That division's wide open.
Yeah, wide open. Oh, let me fix our layout here until Tom gets back in a sec. I did look up that Colts-Jets line. Let's play a little. What do you think the line is on that game?
For Colts-Jets?
Colts-Jets Thursday night in Indianapolis.
Colts -3.
Wow. Sounds like you're going to be taking the Jets because it's Jets plus 10.5.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. Jets
no
plus
way.
10.5, even after that performance.
Okay.
That's very interesting to me. I mean,
it's a little disrespectful.
Why not? It is a little disrespectful to our boy Mike White.
Yeah,
that's rude. I mean, I might even consider money lines at plus 385. Put $10 on it, go home with $40, make some dinner, have a good time.
Why not?
Absolutely, why not? So, yeah, interesting lines coming out of Jets and Colts. I'm with you on the Titans, though. They should have probably got some kind of receiver in the offseason. Or not offseason, excuse me, in trade deadline. Granted, how's Julio looking right now?
I don't know. I think he's got a hammy, though.
Yeah.
And that's always tough.
Yeah.
I think he's had a hammy several times over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think there was a guy that was available and wanting to be traded. He had like the most receiving yards of the first 4 years of anybody's career of all time. Odell Beckham.
Oh yeah,
I think
I've heard
might have been a nice trade target for them.
Yeah, that would have been actually that would have been so sick.
Yeah.
AJ Brown, Julio Jones, and Odell Beckham all on one team.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sweet.
That would have been so sick. That would have been the 2016 dream team.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Torpedo.
Dansby Swanson bomb.
Yeah. Danby Swanson, 5-0. Good guys.
Wow.
Let's go,
he had
Braves.
A big bomb on Saturday, I think, too.
Yeah, he's been
he's coming to life.
He's been absolutely come to life.
He's from Atlanta. Grew up a Braves fan.
Really? Oh, that's
right
the
there.
best. I love when
He's
you
from
hear
the
that.
area. Yeah.
I love when you hear even like B-Craw, right? Like grew up in the area, grew up a fan. I love that kind of shit.
He was like the centerpiece of, I think, like the Shelby Miller trade from the Diamondbacks several years ago. He was like a top prospect. He said he was confused about the trade, but it all works out, man.
There you go.
Diamondbacks are an absolute joke. Shelby Miller sucked. Dansby's a pretty damn good shortstop.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right, well, Tom's internet
The
parent
Braves have had some
died.
really, really good trade acquisitions for like nothing.
Really?
Like Adam Duvall, Eddie Rosario, who was the NLCS MVP, got traded for, I think, Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember seeing that.
Did
they go get Jock out of free agency, or did they trade?
They traded for him. Yeah.
Wow. They just really put it together.
They traded the Giants for Will Smith.
Yep, I remember that. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Now he's back. Oh, there he is.
What do you think about speaking of Odell? So he's staying in Cleveland. His dad was highlighting some video that shows that Odell is always open in Cleveland. Odell posted a quick Instagram story saying that this Baker shit might not work out, and he deleted it. It seems like they should have shipped him out. Like, what do you guys think happened? Like, what's going on there?
I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's a case of Odell just being the diva that he's been labeled as throughout his entire career. I don't know if Baker and him just don't get along. If maybe like Baker doesn't like the criticism that he's getting from Odell specifically, so he's just kind of being a bitch about it and not throwing him the ball. I could honestly see Baker doing some shit like that, like just being spiteful toward a receiver. But I mean, at the end of the day, he wants to win, and if the guy's getting open, you should throw him the fucking ball.
And we haven't seen Odell do any like the stuff that he did in New York.
None of it.
We haven't seen any of that.
They've thrown him the ball. It's not like he's never gotten targets. Like, I've been an Odell Beckham owner the last 2 seasons, so I've watched intently, and he has gotten a lot of throws, and he misses a lot of catches too. Like, they could do the same video in reverse of like fucking catches that Odell dropped from Baker. 100%. Yeah, without even looking at it, I'm sure I could find that.
So I'm just looking at his last few games here. So on the entire season, granted I think he's missed a couple games. On the entire season, he's had 17 receptions, 232 yards. His longest catches for 26 yards. Not great.
Not great. Slightly better than Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, seriously. And Ayuk is, I mean,
Ayuk's on the come up, bro.
He is on the come up.
I've been holding that one. I just got it right here in my side and my satchel, and I'm not forgetting that it's there.
Do we think that Odell Beckham is in Baker's doghouse or is in Stefanski's doghouse?
I saw an interesting thing on, I think it was ESPN today, where it showed Stefanski in his year as the Vikings OC, the target share for both Thielen and Diggs went down significantly. And so they were trying to make the argument that it's Stefanski's fault that they're not force-feeding Odell Beckham. But I agree with Tom, when you watch, I mean, sometimes it's contested catches, sometimes it's not, but he is missing a lot too. He's not making any of the crazy Odell plays. He has had a 1,000-yard season in Cleveland, so it's not like it's never worked out, but it just seems like something that has to end.
Yeah. And it sucks that they didn't
Rashawn Holmes to the locker room.
Yeah, I just saw that. I'm watching, unfortunately.
Yikes.
That sucks.
Having a good game too.
Did it look bad?
Just him leaving the court looked bad. Not the him falling over did not look that bad.
Okay, well, hopefully he's okay. We love that guy. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
One more time. Ooh, no, that could be bad. No, I see it. You rewind, you look, it's his left leg goes down and goes like bent the wrong way, and then he's not able to walk on it. So we'll see. I wish him all the best.
Well, hey, at least
good vibes only. Good vibes only.
Good vibes only. Good vibes only.
Right.
Good vibes only.
But yeah, Odell, I think, is a little bit of a crybaby, and I feel like that he can kind of do this, and he's done this in his career, where he likes to blame other people when he is not being successful. And he kind of gets this name brand shit where people like LeBron James say, "Oh, unlock him, free him." It's like, dude, he's on a successful team that would love a wide receiver to step the fuck up. You hear Jarvis Landry ever complain about this shit?
Never.
No, never. You know, and Jarvis Landry was a productive wide receiver, is a productive wide receiver. He just, he's older this year, but I could totally see that offense figuring it out, especially with all the running back injuries. But Odell's got to catch the balls. You can't build trust with your quarterback when you drop the balls in big-time moments. I've watched enough Brown games to know that they have thrown Odell the ball when it matters, and he drops it. I wish I had plays to point that out. But
what do you think he would do, though, if he was – all right, say like that Cooper Kupp and him switch places. Do you think would you be surprised to see him pick up his trajectory that he was on when he was with the Giants?
I don't think he would be able to perform like Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I don't think he would. Not even close.
No, but I'm saying, would you be surprised if he had 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards in that system?
I guess no. But
Cooper Kupp's having a historic season.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that'd be the same, but
he did be better.
Surprised me if Odell went somewhere else and had 1,200 yards too.
And it is one of the most run-heavy teams in the NFL. I think. Think about the Chiefs. They're like the opposite of the Browns, right? Odell on the Chiefs would be interesting, you know? Like,
Yeah.
No one would say that'd be a bad little 1-2 combo. I think Odell's better than McCole Hardman, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I mean, I think so.
Right?
I don't know.
Right?
I just,
You know,
I
I can
don't,
see where your argument's going with that, you know?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't love him as a person or anything like that, but it just kind of makes me sad that he was so electrifying in his first 4 or 5 seasons that I'm kind of like, get him out of there, because I think the league is better when you have a superstar like Odell Beckham.
Absolutely.
Not just, deteriorating in Cleveland Odell Beckham.
Making one-handed catches and then fucking punching nets, dude. I want to see that every game.
I know.
Yes.
I do.
I don't know if he would ever go back to those shenanigans, though. Granted, I don't think he'll ever go back to how athletic and insane he was either. Like, he's been in the league now, what, almost 8 years? He's probably pushing 30. He's not
26.
26.
Okay.
All right.
28.
28. Oh, I thought it was 26.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
He's coming off a torn ACL.
I mean,
A couple
he should be in the prime of his career. Honestly, at 28 in the
He
NFL,
should be, yeah.
you should be
100%.
physically fit and ready to rock. But I think he was so skinny and agile and quick when he was young that now he's kind of beefed up a little bit. He's gotten stronger. I think he's lost a little bit of his speed. I think he's a different style of receiver. However, I think he could be serviceable, but I don't think he'll ever go back to what he was.
Maybe the rest of the league kind of adapted because he was coming in sort of at the end of those, big hulky linebackers that ran 4.6s. Now they all run 4.3.
Right. I mean,
now all DBs run 4.3.
A guy like Justin Jefferson reminds me a lot of a young Odell Beckham. Like skinny, quick, agile as fuck, pretty good route runner, electric when he gets the ball.
In theory, that's what Odell's supposed to be, though. Still, like that's.
See, I think he's more like AJ Brown, where he's like more physically fit, and he's like
AJ
stronger.
Brown's way more stacked than him.
AJ Brown's a yak monster.
AJ Brown's a monster, dude.
All right.
It doesn't matter though because he didn't get traded, so it doesn't fucking matter. We'll see next season. So
we'll see next season.
The saga continues.
I was personally disappointed though that he didn't get traded.
I know. I wanted Marlon Mack to go somewhere too. I thought the Colts was another Chris Ballard, right? Isn't that the person?
That's Chris Ballard, yeah.
Yeah, another weird move. It's like they don't need him, even a 5th-round pick. No one would have been mad about that.
They told him they'd explore a trade.
Yeah, now Marlon Mack's just going to be bummed on practice squad or like third, like whatever. Like, I don't know. Some weird non-moves, but that's every NFL trade deadline. There's always a bunch of non-moves that everyone's like, why? Just not go get a 5th-rounder.
How do you guys?
Maybe they weren't offering.
How do you guys feel about the moves that did happen? Does anything like? I mean, we can segue into this and we'll talk more about other games and stuff, but it seems like a good time to bring it up. Obviously, Von Miller to the Rams was, I think, the blockbuster of the year. Gee, that was definitely the blockbuster of the year. They're all in. I don't even, if you saw today, the Rams literally tweeted, I forget who it is. It's like somebody like throwing a fuck ton of chips in. They're like, we're all in. So they're making the run. They're going to go for it. And then I saw another funny tweet that was like, it was a picture of everybody on defense and everybody on the Rams defense and offense. And it was like, all this just to stop a 40-year-old model. Like, just to stop Tom fucking Brady.
Who eats kale.
Exactly.
Bread.
Who's afraid of tomatoes, dude. Like, come on. But, hey, I mean, they're going for it. I respect it, too.
And he's a rental. I mean, that's a hefty price to pay for a rental.
Yeah.
A second and a third when you already don't have draft picks to supplement your team.
How many do they have left?
That is this year or bust.
Yep.
Which I respect.
So which NFC team is going to knock them out of the playoffs? Packers, Bucks.
I'm going Packers, I think. Not Cardinals because they're going to get to play them twice.
Saints. I would be shocked the Saints beat them in a weird playoff game.
With Trevor Siemian?
Yeah.
Dude. After watching that game this week, it's a great transition to that game. Because sky's the limit with Sean Payton's teams after watching what he pulled off with Trevor Siemian. So
yeah, that was insane.
Taysom's coming back soon.
Oh, Rashawn's back.
Taysom's coming back, dude. Taysom's actually, talk about unrequested fantasy. Fucking Taysom Hill if you need a quarterback, bro. That guy played very well when it came to his fantasy points when he was a starter last year.
Can we plug him in on the tight end slot like last year?
Nope. Quarterback only now, unfortunately.
I don't know if I've ever been so irate at fantasy. Like,
I was so mad.
I was pissed.
It happened against me in the playoffs.
Ouch.
I was livid. Or maybe it was no, because they fixed it. I think they fixed it
was
right
middle of the
before the
season.
playoffs.
It was more middle
yeah.
of the season.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it
happened.
it
was 1 week that it worked.
Yeah, but I was playing the guy who was like, we were both in first in our divisions, and I had to go against him, and irate is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Saints can pull out weird victories in the playoffs, but then lose to the best teams. Obviously, the Bucks, I think, can beat them.
Even though they lost to them this week.
I think the Packers could beat them in the playoffs.
I think the Packers could
Packers
definitely
totally
beat
can.
them.
I think the best. If you had to bet, you'd probably bet the Packers to beat the Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, Braves.
Do you guys
score
think
again,
the Rams
6-0.
will beat? Do you think the Rams against the field? What do you think? To get to the Super Bowl.
I'm taking the field. The Rams are fucking good, but
Yeah.
they've got to figure out the mojo in the next couple weeks. Granted, a lot of these guys have been playing together for quite a while, and it looks like they've got mojo figured out. But you got the Bucks, you've got the Cardinals, you've got the Packers, who are on the last dance. Like, I think the Packers
They got to play, and the Niners, they got to play twice.
Yep.
They could split those.
I could see the Niners sneaking out some wins.
Yeah.
Because it's
And,
also,
like,
they talked about, it's like, the best. I love how it's like before they signed Von Miller, it's like, this is the best defense in the league, even though they're very middle of the pack when you look at any statistic.
Yep.
And then now it's like, now they've got the best defense in the league. It's like, okay, all right, yeah, I get it. They were not that good before. Now they're the best. And you guys already said they were the best just because they have star players,
They're top heavy.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, and I feel like they're kind of like that. I don't know, like this is probably a bad analogy, but like a Madden Ultimate Team where you're gonna get like all the older guys with their great names, but their ratings are just a little bit lower than they used to be at the peak of their career. Like they have a lot of flashy guys, a lot of flashy names, but I don't think
Jalen Ramsey's the best linebacker in the league.
Von Miller's like an 88 now.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Still pretty good.
He's like
Still pretty damn
like
good.
83 speed. He's not jumping off the line like he used to, but I think he hasn't been as motivated to jump off the line.
That's true.
Now, he might
He might still be
up.
vintage Von Miller over there.
Yeah.
He's still productive in Denver.
His vision's
sure.
99 though.
Yeah, with those glasses on, baby.
That hairline isn't though.
Oh,
got him.
Got him. All right. Well, hey, it wouldn't be a Niners or not a Niners Nightly. I already ruined the whole surprise. It wouldn't
here
be
we
an
go.
AGAP podcast without the Niners Nightly. So here we go. Niners
Hit it.
Nightly on the AGAP podcast.
Woo!
Feels great, baby. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Nobody. Hey, happy 30th birthday, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, Jimmy G.
Made me feel real old today. I did not know. The OBJ one fucked me up. Yeah, the 28. That hurts. That
Are
Real
we gonna
quick
do a Jimmy
sidebar.
through the years?
Just want to throw this out there. As you get older, doesn't it feel weird when all the players that you used to watch and you looked up to, now you're like, immediately when you get to about 30, you're like, all right, sonny boy, go win my team win my team a trophy. All right. Instead of like, I'm going to be that guy when I grow up. Immediately, boom. It's like, all right, kid. Go and
Niners
do
drafted Lance. Like, seems like a great kid.
Great kid, exactly.
Great
There's
guy.
no middle ground in there.
I'd let him take my daughter to prom.
Exactly. It's like, Mr. Lance, will you find my baseball too? All right, kid, get in here. Like, real quick.
Happens
No
fast.
middle ground.
The thing that fucks me up is like seeing the athletes when I was in my early 20s.
That
We're kind
was
of like
me.
near the same age. It seems like they stopped for a couple years and I caught up to them or surpassed them.
Yeah.
And all of a
Yes.
sudden I'm older than them.
Yeah, that's
That's what
exactly
fucks
how
me
it
up.
feels. Like Jimmy G and Odell Beckham.
Odell was one of those. For
That's
sure.
crazy.
It's like I
Like,
thought Odell
yes.
was older than me.
I thought he was like 32.
I thought somehow Zeke Elliott, I thought he was at Ohio State when I was in high school and he's 26. So
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just weird, man. It's
It's
weird how that
weird.
shit happens. But happy birthday, Jimmy. You're 30 now. Don't
Good
party
man.
too hard because you'll get really hungover like I did on Halloween. So be safe. Be careful. He
Enjoy
was
your
not
now.
being very
We're old
careful.
now.
Yeah.
Don't
we
get
are old.
hungover. That's the key thing when you go out. Don't drink too much.
Exactly.
That's what matters the most.
I remember when I was, all right, this is like a quick sidetrack. When I was living in San Diego, it's probably like 25. And I had a bunch of beer and I like lived right next to this convenience store. So I'd always chop it up with the guy. And, I was like, yeah, it'll probably be a rough day tomorrow. And the guy behind me is like an old man. He goes, well, it doesn't have to be rough. Just don't drink that much. And I remember looking at him like, fuck you. And I get it. I'm like, Don't go get a hangover now. Be careful.
Oh God,
That's
Like
us
that's
now.
an impossibility
Yeah, that is
when you're
true.
25, and now that we're 30, it's like
Right,
it's
Jimmy,
like,
just enjoy your birthday, but don't go get a hangover.
yeah.
Mix it in water or two.
Don't drink too much.
Oh, yeah. Go have a quiet
I
evening
get it
with
now.
friends.
I get it now.
Yeah, makes sense. But he was definitely not protecting himself when he was rushing into the end zone for 2 tutties in front of his hometown crowd. Is Jimmy G back?
I think
Cam Garoppolo Newton, dude.
I think he is. I think they kind of got their swagger back, right? Like they finally looked like a team that wasn't completely flat. And that's what they've been missing for the last several weeks was they were just so flat. And it was nice to see Jimmy actually get pumped up and get into it. And it seemed like the rest of the team followed suit. So I'm not saying Jimmy Garoppolo has turned a corner or he suddenly is the guy or anything like that, but I think that was really good for them. And I think it could take them pretty far as kind of getting shit back on track a little bit.
I hope so.
It's the Bears.
I know it's the Bears, but you need, like Matt said, you need a little get-right game. You need a little game that just makes you feel happy and good. Like, okay, the team's got a little spark under their ass.
Mm-hmm.
I did see something on Twitter, though, that had me worried where it was like it's like the Jimmy G cycle. And it's like Jimmy plays bad. We ask him to be traded. Jimmy feels like an underdog. Jimmy plays incredible. And then you're like, fuck. And that's like, we are now at that Jimmy plays incredible next game.
Yeah, it's like, bench his ass. Now he's the underdog.
Yeah.
Plays well. Don't bench him. Plays shitty. Bench his ass. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying.
Cycle.
It doesn't change my feelings on him at all. I want to see Trey Lance out there. But I think it was nice to see everybody just kind of get up a little bit because he seems like he's always just kind of like smiling, chill. It's cool to see him get fired up. I loved on that second one when he chucked the ball into the crowd.
Oh, yeah. Just woof.
You want to hear something interesting?
What?
It was probably a wobbler.
Just because he it looked like he just like pushed it. He didn't have a grip on it. He just kind of shock put it up.
He's not a deep ball guy.
He's like Dawson Knox throwing Josh Allen his touchdown.
With a broken hand.
A deep one. Yeah, a deep one.
Quote unquote. That's
the screen.
40 yards.
Are we talking about the screen that went for like 89 yards?
No, the deep ball he threw at the end of the half.
Oh, okay. I was talking about the Debo. Yeah.
Little nugget I heard was that several reporters saw Kyle and Jimmy having a kind of a heated conversation before the end of the first half when they were still playing shitty. And I guess one source heard Kyle, like they could hear it. They were down near the sideline and he was saying like, this is simple shit. Can you do this? And Trey Lance was actually warming up on the sideline.
Whoa.
So I think Jimmy was about to get pulled.
Whoa.
And then he had that like big drive at the end of the first half and then went off. So maybe they just needed to light that fire.
Light the fire under his ass.
He needed it, dude. He absolutely needed it.
Well, and I'm glad that he there was the I don't know if I think it was the first or second, I'm not sure. The rushing touchdown where Debo was coming across and it was gonna be a jet sweep to Debo and he stopped him. He was like, no, stop. I'm taking the fucking ball. Like,
the big brain.
Need
it was a broken play, right? It was a broken play. Big brain move to just say, fuck it, I'm going to take it. And it was 100% the right move.
Yeah, that was awesome. But I was unignored fantasy segment. I have Debo. I was a little pissed about it. But then I was fired up because Jimmy got stoked. They won the game. It was all worth it.
Debo still had a great game.
Debo is a star. He has 819 yards through 7 games.
He's on.
I think he has more yards per game than Cooper Kupp because he has 1 less game.
Probably, and he's on pace to beat Jerry Rice's single season record, franchise record.
Are we safely saying it was a sophomore slump last year?
He got hurt.
And then Ayuk.
He had a Jones fracture over the summer, and then he had a hard time getting back, and then he started having just like hammy issues, and he just never got into game shape.
He's just way back.
He's way back.
Very impressed. I'm very impressed. Yeah. He's so back. It's unreal.
It's wild how, not a lot of guys can take a screen on 3rd and 18 and go 82 yards down the field. Absolutely
kind
incredible.
of his thing, dude.
Not a lot of people can play receiver and be like a top-notch running back, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That boy's thick.
He's a
thick boy.
That's a thick boy. All right.
It's a yakety yak, though.
So Debo's way back. Kittle's coming back this week. Jeff Wilson Jr. is coming back.
Oh, yeah.
To practice this week. Dre
go.
Greenlaw's coming back to practice probably next week. They could. I mean, Kyler, it sounds like he's going to play now.
Oh, really?
Jamie, can we pull up the Niners schedule? Can we pull up the Niners schedule?
Yeah, I got you.
Pull that up, Jamie.
Game. Pull it up, Jamie.
We got the Cardinals next. I know that. Kyler's going to be not 10? Quite the RC car he's going to be that he's been.
I know he's been hurt.
If you win this one, you're back to 500, and you can start to see some daylight.
Dude, yeah, and the NFC, the wild card, they have an extra spot, right? The NFC wild card is like
I mean,
Eagles at 3-5. Now. Eagles 3-5. I'm like, maybe. Like you look at the other teams in there, like, why not? You know?
Yeah.
All right, schedule.
Oh, Cardinals, yeah. Go ahead.
So I would say one of you guys count wins, one of you guys count losses. Let's just do it that way. Cardinals.
I'll take them against the Cardinals.
I only say it's a win because of Kyler right now. Yeah, comfortably say it's a win. Sure.
Rams.
Still up in the air.
So Cardinals, Rams, 1-2. Tough.
I'd say a loss.
So we'll just go 1-1.
Best defense of the league.
And then the Jags. That's a dub.
That's a dub.
For sure.
That's a dub.
Better be.
Vikings should be a dub.
Should be a dub. That one
should be.
That's going to be a close. Vikings play tough, even though they can never perform at the level they should.
Then we got the Seahawks. Russ might be back. He
Russ will be back by then.
He roasted a picture of the pin on Twitter today. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I guarantee it. He'll be back by fucking 4 weeks from now.
So, okay, let's just play devil's advocate. Let's say that's a loss.
Okay.
That's 3-2. Bengals.
It's going to be a great game.
That's going to be a good game.
I'd say that could be a loss, too, if they don't get their shit figured out offensively and, honestly, defense. Like, just all phases.
It's in Cincinnati as well. So
Joe Burrow's got some swag.
All right, we'll throw that.
Depends.
We'll put that as an
L. We've got depressed Jimmy G, or if we've got like confident underdog Jimmy G.
Yeah, true. Or Trey Lance. Who knows?
Or Trey Lance, who's depressed Trey Lance, or underdog Trey Lance. Who knows?
All right,
Niners quarterbacks, baby.
Then we got the Falcons.
All these, I'm like, that should be a dub.
I know, I am too. I'm thinking that way too. Like,
Falcons. I'll take a dub against the Falcons.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. So that's 3 and 4. Then we have the Titans.
Dub.
All right, deal. Then we got the Texans.
They play tough.
Dub
for sure.
Rams again. End of the season.
I think they're gonna split.
They could be sitting. The Rams could be sitting people week 18 or 17.
I want to split the
18.
Rams.
Let's split the Rams and then take a look at it.
Yeah.
I want the Texans. The Titans. I think you should give the Titans the win even without.
I think we went 6 and 4 to end the season, or maybe
so
4 and 6. Hold on. So, win, loss, win.
That'd be 9 and 8.
Loss, win. Yeah, so 6 and 4.
So that would be a 9 and 8 finish.
That's in the hunt at least.
Could be enough. And I think I like that Hawks game.
I think we could do better. Yeah, I like that Hawks game too.
We'll beat the Hawks, honestly.
I was, like I said, full devil's advocate there. So I mean,
I'm starting to see the team that we were supposed to be, not. Especially with getting Kittle back. They had almost 500 yards of offense last week. We don't know who they are yet, but if they start to look like that team that they're supposed to be,
yeah, let's fucking go.
I could see the Bengals being a dub.
Yeah,
you're gonna drop one of those somewhere in there too. It could drop to the Falcons, Bengals.
I just hope people can stay healthy. That's
yeah, that's always the big question.
It's always a big question. I know it's such a dumb thing to say, but like, fuck, man, these guys are all coming back. We need to keep them healthy. Don't bring them back too soon.
I think you guys would all agree with this. It's like, I think we're all looking around the NFL and saying, "Will the best tight end in the league please stand up?" You know,
seriously,
we're all just waiting. Kittle, great time for Kittle to come back and just dominate too.
Yep,
because no one else is doing it, dude.
That's his only bugaboo.
Yeah,
he gets hurt.
Yep.
But what Niner doesn't?
Because
I know
he runs too hard, but that's why we love him, right?
But I am really enjoying Debo's season here. It's awesome.
Yeah,
awesome to watch a guy. He's on pace for like 1,900 yards right now. He probably won't get that, but
who gets more? Him or Cup?
It's Cup and Debo. Yeah. I don't know. I would need to look at the stats with those two.
And Debo has one.
Hopkins
less game.
is not. Hopkins doing okay, but he's not really in that yet.
He doesn't have the volume. He has the touchdowns, but he doesn't have the volume. So right now it is Cooper Kupp with 924, Debo Samuel with 819.
In one less game.
In one less game. So that's a difference of 105 yards. So easily coverable by Debo. When do the Rams have their bye? Have they already had their bye?
No.
Okay, well, there we go. Jamar Chase at 786.
There we go. That was the other name.
And then Devontae Adams at 744
There we
and
go.
also has missed a game. And then Tyreek Hill at 735.
Damn. I love how Debo, though, is in that conversation. Jamar Chase also is a great story, too, this year.
Yep. Incredible.
Fun year for upcoming wide receivers.
What is Odell?
Allen Robinson. Where's he at, bro?
Allen Robinson, Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
exactly,
man.
dude.
I'm bummed Allen Robinson didn't get moved.
Yeah, me too.
Odell Beckham is in 95th place with 232 yards. Right? Oh, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Above Odell Beckham is Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette, Jared Cook, Jonathan Taylor, which, that checks out.
Yeah.
Dan Arnold, Tyler Higbee.
Yes.
Yeah, these
Big
guys
Dan
are all
Arnold fan.
above Odell. The only person,
Fucking hilarious.
the person just below Odell, Donovan Peoples-Jones with 4 less yards. So that's about how much they value Odell Beckham Jr. in Cleveland. About as much as they value Donovan Peoples-Jones.
About as much as Miami values Tua.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Hey, Flores, after the trade deadline, said that he's their guy.
So what happened with the whole Deshaun thing? What do you guys think? Why did it boil down?
It didn't.
I mean, I guess
Because
not boiled down,
of legal
but yeah.
things. From everything I read,
That's what it seems
there
like.
was trades in place, there was agreements made, but they could not get a clear answer on would anything affect his play this season, I think is what really it came down to. Because you're the Dolphins, you're the Panthers, you're the Broncos, the fucking Eagles. Like, if there's even a chance that he's not going to play this year, it's not really worth the midseason trade risk. Why not just wait? You know he's going to be available next year. You know the exact same trade, the exact same terms is going to be available next year. Why not just wait and see how it lands?
And you could get a better deal next year if, say, things land a little bit unfavorably, or he's facing
he has to take a year off for some reason.
Yeah. Do you guys think Tua will be a part of that trade? And if so, if he plays out of his mind for the rest of the year, then they could get a better deal. But do you think Tua will be a part of that deal or no?
I don't think you want to have Tua and Deshaun on the same team at the same time.
Well, I don't think
No.
Unless Tua played out of his mind.
No, I'm saying Tua would go to the Texans.
I don't think the Texans want Tua because maybe they'll change their stance, but they were very firm. Like, no, we don't want Jimmy Garoppolo. No, we don't want fucking Tua. Like, we want a top 3 pick.
Yep, we want picks and to build.
Yeah,
They don't want to get their franchise quarterback that's a rehash.
Yeah. I wouldn't want Tua to be my franchise quarterback. I'd rather just roll with Davis Mills and try to find the answer elsewhere.
Okay. Well, then
but the message was very clear today. Tua, we really tried hard to replace you.
Even though Flores said the opposite of that anytime the media, he's like, no. But then everybody was just like, oh, yeah, they had a deal in place. That shit was ready to hit go.
So I got to run to the restroom. So I'm going to give you guys a question and let you run with it for a sec. So let's say, obviously, Tua's not a part of that trade. Then let's say Dolphins get Deshaun Watson in the offseason. But via this deal, legal shit gets cleared up, etc., etc. Where do you think Tua lands, and where do you think he could be successful if he lands?
I want to just throw this out there. I just want to throw this out there for Matt. Who cares, right?
Honestly. Well, I'm thinking of everywhere that I think
bad. Who cares?
Everywhere I think he could be successful is somewhere that he's not going to go. You know,
right?
Like sure, Sean McVay could make him look good.
I mean,
but
maybe
he's not going. He's obviously not going to the Rams. He could go to Washington.
That's the only one team I was thinking. Like the Heineke experiment's over, obviously. Fitzpatrick's fucking dude. Yeah, that dude needs to drink out of the fountain use one more time, or I think he's just going to retire. So I think neither of those two quarterbacks are going to be the WFT when they become the fucking Red Rockets or whatever the fuck they're going to be.
The Red Rockets. Well, isn't Tua to me feels like he's already Teddy Bridgewater. Like nobody is going to be like, yes, that's my franchise quarterback. I'll commit to him. It's going to be maybe he's a 3rd-year stopgap until we find something better.
he'll get opportunities just like a lot of these quarterbacks will. Just chances, injuries, different teams looking to fill space, But I foresee him being one of those free agents whose next training camp, he's like fighting for a spot for either a backup or starting job somewhere in the NFL next year for some team that maybe drafts their quarterback in the future. He'll be around,
for sure.
Josh Rosen will not have a job sooner than Tua, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Josh Rosen is.
And Marcus is floating around still.
Yep.
He's the backup in Vegas. I think Tua has a place in the NFL, but I don't think any team's going to be like, fuck yeah, let's be part of a three-way trade that makes him our franchise quarterback.
No,
yeah,
but
no
I
one
guess,
wants that.
No. I guess, serviceable backup is probably his role, right? That's kind of what it seems like you guys were saying. I like the Teddy Bridgewater comparison. I think that's pretty damn smart. I think, a couple of years here, a couple of years there, but I don't know. I was just kind of thinking, is there a way to salvage, like his career is not, it barely has even started. And,
any of
he
these
was supposedly going to be the guy for someone.
He got picked over Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Any team
Which
could pick him
sucks.
up.
Yeah, that sucks a lot.
Everyone's got 198 players got picked for Tom Brady. So what are you gonna fucking do?
Right.
They're all out of the league.
It's tough when it's the pick before. Just like it's tough that the Niners passed on Rodgers or Mahomes and Watson.
Fucking Goff Wentz 1-2. Let's talk about that, dude. Goff Wentz 1-2 is really funny these days.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, man.
There's no way to know. Talent evaluation. It was the reason I said the Tom Brady thing. Neil deGrasse Tyson was making some inspirational tweet that was just like 198 players got picked before Tom Brady. If someone tells you they know what your value is based on past experience, they don't. Like anyone can do anything basically. No one knows what you are yet. So.
Yeah. And we don't know what Tua is yet. It's just when you look at, when you're looking at a high draft pick, you're looking at traits and like what they can do physically. And you watch, he has a noodle of an arm. Maybe it can get better.
He's
crazy. Not a great athlete. He's quick enough in the pocket, can move around a little bit, but
he's a lefty.
He's a dumb lefty.
Was his
gross.
Was his arm always that bad, or did something happen?
He didn't throw deep balls.
He didn't have a great arm, but maybe it's the hip. Maybe he can't quite.
That's what I'm thinking. He can't do the DAC.
Torque.
Yeah, the DAC like hip thing. Yeah, because it is. It literally looks like Peyton Manning throwing the ball in his last year of service in the NFL. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, thrown outside the numbers, it takes a while to get there.
And it's
on those out routes.
And it looks like he's throwing it so hard, like he's trying so hard, and the ball just boom. And it slows down. It's brutal. I feel I feel for the
below dink and dunk offense. Then
I feel bad for the guy.
We haven't seen the last of him at all. I think we talked about the beginning of the NFL season, like all these where these quarterbacks going to go. Even though we're still waiting on where Cam's going to go, but there's always going to be opportunities. There's always going to be a chance.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a quarterback in the NFL for a long time. But starter, who knows? But he has the rest of this year to play it out.
Yeah,
fucking Matt Leinart stayed in the league for like decade plus. So
Colt McCoy,
Sam Bradford,
he's still a backup, right?
Backup in Arizona.
That's
what's going on with Sam Bradford, dude.
Dude, he's just living lavishly with all the money that he robbed.
Greatest con man of all time.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Honestly, bigger than like crypto NFT shit. He fleeced the NFL and dipped. He's probably hanging out with the guy that started Firefest somewhere.
Should.
One thing we forgot to get to in Niners Nightly is the Niners going out and getting Charles Omenihu. Is that how you say it? Did I do that properly?
But I like it.
I like it a lot.
Right on
They're adding. They're adding. That's a good sign.
Exactly.
If the Eagles made any ad, I would have been juiced on it, even though they shouldn't. I'm glad they didn't. But I would still have been
the depth of the D line. He's got a good pressure rate. Brett Coleman, who I respect as a film analysis guy, he's also a Texans fan. Said really nice, underrated snatch by the Niners there.
Brett Coleman kind of sneaky loves the Niners too. I think he's got a weird thing.
Yeah.
But he's mad that he loves Ayuk, so he's pretty upset about that.
Does he have a video about why Ayuk hasn't really had his chance to shine, or is he actually?
It's a video, and it's just like a 17-minute still of Kyle Shanahan's face
while he drinks whiskey. He drinks bourbon in the background,
drinking whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. Going over Ayuk stats from last season over and over.
He looks back to start of good things.
It is. I agree.
I might.
You guys are in a much more
things.
positive place with your team this week. I'm in a much more positive place with my team this week. You know, like
Yeah.
I think we're in a better.
You guys had a
space.
beat down on Detroit.
Hey,
It's
Detroit
such a week
kept
to
it
week
close
league.
against the
Feels
Lions.
good. Feels
Such a
good.
week to week league. You can be in the pit of despair, or it can feel like life isn't so bad,
And right
and it
now,
can all change
life's-
week to week.
Yeah, life's not too bad
Why
right
play
now.
the game?
Tom, do you see the Kerry Vincent Jr. pickup? Any thoughts on that?
What?
Okay, never mind then. Let's move on.
No, Tom, would you
Eagles,
like
yeah.
to dive into
a
best
sixth?
ass kicking that you guys have had all year?
I mean, a little bit.
All right, let me hit the
But
graphic. Yeah.
We don't.
Oh.
I hit the graphic.
All right, let's hit the
I,
graphics.
just wanna- I like seeing it.
Squad! Squad!
Hungry dogs run fast.
I know, dude. It's so good though.
Our video editor is a little biased. That one is so much longer than all the rest of our intros.
I know, right? The Giants one.
But I love it.
In the first pick of the 2000 NFL draft.
Yeah.
Look, Donovan McNabb.
Exactly. I just have like,
Just got like a whole timeline.
it's actually 3 minutes straight of Brian Dawkins hits, dude.
I would
I
be
would be
so
so
down.
down.
Yeah, I'd be so down.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd all be down. And then we would just be like, oh, that's illegal now. Oh, that's illegal now.
Exactly. No, it's fun though. Hold on, let me pull some stats. Realistically though, the big call is just they get their run game together. The defense gets to Jared Goff 5 times. That was the big thing is all Eagles fans hated the lack of pressures, the lack of, I guess, even just, I don't want to call it entertaining defense, but just imaginative defense. You know, just bring the house every once in a while. It's 3rd and fucking 12. Just send at least one extra guy. Don't just rush 4 sometimes. You know, like fucking do something more than just having 4 rushers the whole time. And what it did is it allowed people like Fletcher Cox and Barnett to be able to actually fucking go and get the quarterback when there was some more, people coming in instead of just the standard rush that they had every other game. So they got a little more creative. Defensive coach Gannon, I think his first name's Eric. I'm bad at my own team's knowledge. But yeah, that guy finally decided to blitz and get a little creative. Everybody on defense was playing so much better because they just didn't have the same looks that they had every single fucking week. And we know the Lions, they are obviously the worst team in the league, but they do play teams tough. And Swift has had better games. Fucking Jared Goff has had better games. That defense has had better games. And I think it's really ironic and maybe very telling that the first week that Jalen Hurts has a bad week from a fantasy perspective, it's the best week the Eagles ever had. Because for once he's not throwing the ball fucking 38, 40 times.
When I heard his stat line for the game, I was shocked. He threw the ball like 14 times total?
14 times, 9 for 14, 103 yards.
That's insane.
He rushed 7 for 71, but yeah.
Still, I mean, hey, it's I think fun to have to like beat a team in a different way, right? And granted, yes, it is the Lions, but hey, they're trying something out. Maybe they figured something out. You know, who knows?
Well, here's some other stats. This is very also telling of what the game plan was.
Okay.
12 rushes for Boston Scott, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jordan Howard, 12 rushes, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Kenny Gainwell, everyone's favorite stash, 13
Not
rushes,
gained so
27,
well.
27 yards.
He should change his
Yeah, he
last
got the
name.
looks.
Did they have
Yeah,
any
not.
defensive touchdown? Like, how do they score
They
44
did. Well,
points?
no, Darius Slay goes back to his old team and gets a pick 6.
Okay.
Dude, in his home stadium. Yep. That was awesome. That was huge. So, yeah, like I said, the 5 sacks. Josh Sweat had 2. That was huge. The defense, I think the defense is very talented, you know? Like, that's why everyone always said it's kind of coaching that's holding a talented group back at times. And they're obviously not going to be able to play like this against better teams, you know? But the fact that that was their game plan, they executed, and they executed to such a far degree that Jalen Hurts didn't even have to play. Gardner Minshew had 2 throws.
They
for 2 for
held
right?
a top 5 running back probably to like 20-something yards.
Yep.
They knew what the Lions want to do, and they executed on a game plan, which is always the biggest criticism of the Eagles is that they have terrible game plans. And then when they're asked to execute these terrible game plans, they play like shit. So
Well, that's what happens when you just have a solid plan throughout the week and you just keep watering your garden. Every day.
I know.
Just keep watering.
Gotta let it
There we
grow.
go. There we go.
I at first was talking so much shit about the whole, you gotta let the plant grow out roots, and after we just got our ass kicked the week before, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But there's some buy-in somewhere, obviously. I think the players love when the coaching staff calls plays that they want to see, especially on the defense. But there is some buy-in somewhere, obviously. And as a fellow plant daddy, maybe I should give him a little bit of a break with the whole weird plant reference thing.
Yeah, dude. It seems like clearly it worked. Clearly.
They had a great game. Yeah, they rocked the shit, So I'm excited. The Eagles got a rough stretch coming up. So
Who they got next week?
Let me look it up.
you want to pull it up, Jamie?
Yeah, I got you.
We'll play that. We'll play that. How many wins? They're 3-5 right now.
Okay.
So 3-5. Next week they got the Chargers.
Oh, dude, that is
Chargers.
exactly the trap
Yes.
game that the
Yes.
Chargers. I think that is exactly the team. Like the Eagles are the team that the Chargers are gonna expect. Like, all right, we're finally gonna get right. Finally, the fucking Eagles are coming in. I think the Eagles could sneak
Yeah,
away with
they
a win
could.
there.
I
The
agree
Chargers
with
are
that.
playing a little under what
I
they
think.
should.
Well, and then
Yeah.
I mean, to quote, I was listening to another podcast recently.
There we go.
If we look at the Chargers' wins, they're not as impressive as you think they are. Because when they first started winning, it was Chiefs, Browns, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, the Chargers beat the Chiefs and the Browns. This team is insane." And now you look at the
But-
Chiefs and the Browns, couple of shitters.
Right?
Not that
Yeah,
impressive.
Not that impressive.
So,
exactly.
granted,
I
I
think it's
still
very-
want Herbie to get MVP, but still, it's
I
I don't
very
know if
telling.
that's still a thing anymore.
I don't think it is. Not after last week. It's not.
There's a lot of season left, but it's going to be
A lot
tough
of
to to
season.
beat
Yeah.
You
Stafford.
have to really turn it
Yeah,
around.
Stafford or even Cup, honestly. But Stafford's the one feeding him the ball. so
Quarterback
it
award.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It was Derrick Henry until he was out.
That
The
too.
offensive player of the year is the
Is the
skill
receiver.
position player award.
Yeah.
Right?
that's true.
Exactly.
All right, so back
So
to
what do we
our
got?
counting the wins. So Chargers,
I think let's just for the sake of argument say it's a loss, but I think it can be a win. So
Okay.
3-6.
Broncos. I think
That's a 4-6. I think that's a winnable game for
that's
sure.
a dub. That's definitely a dub.
4-6. Okay.
Saints.
With no Jameis, Taysom Hill led.
I'm going to
Great
say it's a
defense, though.
dub.
You think the Eagles can pull that one out?
Where
It's
is it?
It's in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I'll say it's a dub.
All right, so it's 5-6,
Home field
right?
advantage.
5-6. Okay.
Could be Trevor Simeon.
I know. I think it's very likely Trevor Simeon if Taysom Hill has a bad couple of games leading up to it.
Then you got the
5-6.
Giants in the Meadowlands.
Oh, that's 6-6, baby.
Then
Yeah,
you
100%.
have the Jets in the Meadowlands.
See, this is it. 7-6. This is where the
Dub.
Eagles got a great back half.
Then you get Washington football team.
Should be 8-6. This is again though. The watch football team, the Giants always sneak one away. Just like how Matt's like the Niners are going to definitely split with the Rams. The Giants and the football team always find a way to beat the Eagles too. They know each other too well. But let's say for the sake of argument, they win all the games like they in theory should here. 8-6. After
So
watch
I
football
also want to say about that game, Washington football. It says the time is TBD, so that could be flexed to a primetime game. Just saying.
team. I doubt it.
Depending on the, I probably
Yeah,
depending on the division, it could
Looking at the
flexed,
2-6 watch football team
Yeah.
and the 3-5
Taylor Heineke.
I doubt it.
Hey,
I
it
doubt
says TBD. And then once again, you have the Eagles in Philadelphia. It's another win in
The
my
Eagles
book.
in Philadelphia.
Or I'm sorry, the Giants. The Giants. Excuse
Giants
me.
in
excuse
Philly.
me.
Yep. So that should be
Okay.
9-6.
And
9-6.
then you have Washington football team in DC.
Should be 10-6. In
And
theory,
then-
again, they always split those games.
And then you got the Cowboys at
So
home.
10-7.
At home.
Let's just say 10-7. Let's say because they're supposed to be they're
That's
looking great.
That's
That's
better
a
than what we
playoff
got
team.
with the Niners. I mean,
That's
that's
yeah.
and that. I
But
mean,
that's again, they have to beat those
They have
teams
to-
that always.
Say you also had yourself pretty much sweeping your division.
yeah. That
Oh,
too.
yeah.
yeah. That
I
too.
think so. Let's just take away 2 of those wins, and we're out of the playoffs. I think right. 10-7, 9-8
To 8-9.
and 9. 8. I don't think you make the playoffs in the NFC with 8-9. I guess
Probably
I don't
not.
know.
You never
Probably
know.
not though, right? Which is shitty because if we're gonna
Probably
fucking lose, let's lose all the way. Fuck. But after this
Finish in the
game,
middle.
I know. I'm just looking at it. It's like I'm praying the Dolphins keep losing, so at least we get that pick. That'll be good. That's like right now the one that I'm like, all right, for sure we're getting a top 3 pick as long as the Dolphins keep fucking up, and I hope the Colts do too. But I wouldn't mind sneaking the playoffs. I think it would go a long way for a young team like this if they can sweep their
yeah.
division, if they can have offensive consistency, defensive consistency, and beat teams they're supposed to. We'll
could
see
do
though.
it.
This is the Eagles.
There's a path there.
There's definitely a path. 100%.
Yeah.
Better than the Niners' path. Better than
Agreed.
the Colts have a really
Because,
rough schedule.
yeah,
But lots of teams would love that.
Mhm.
Because 2 out of the 4 teams in your division are horrible.
Trash. And we get to play the Jets in the middle. There.
Horrible.
Yeah, and then
Even
you get
though
the Jets.
Bobby Sala, dude. That game's kind of getting a little scary too.
Yep. You never
If
know.
the Eagles beat the Chargers, I'm way back in on a
Oh
wild card
God,
spot.
yeah.
That's
God,
the
yeah.
thing. This week, if the Eagles can somehow pull out a win against the Chargers, I'm all the way back, dude. I'll buy my fucking Hurts jersey. Let's get it going. I'm all the way in, dude.
There we go. You'll buy.
Let's go.
You're gonna buy a Hurts jersey if they beat the Card or the
I'm cool with that,
Chargers?
dude, because you guys know my
Hell yeah.
jersey situation with the Eagles right
Yeah,
now, right?
yeah. It's a T-shirt.
Why don't you get a number
right?
6?
It's a T-shirt.
Just get a number 6 jersey.
Yeah, Smith, Devontae.
Yeah.
Could.
Probably a little safer.
That's a lot safer. I think.
He's not having a.
I honestly,
great
you know what I
year.
want is a Kelsey jersey. Just I know he's probably
Ooh,
also
yeah.
gonna retire soon.
That's gonna be
But
timeless.
he had my number in football. He won the Super Bowl. Like hungry
I
dogs.
still wear
run
my
faster.
Frank Gore jersey. It's timeless.
Frank Gore is a
I
timeless.
mean, I have
I think Kelsey's a timeless.
I have an
jersey,
Eric
too.
Armstead jersey. Like
Kelsey's
and
a
it's
borderline. He could be a Hall of Famer.
I think he
Yeah?
could be.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Borderline.
he's right in there. He'll be part of the discussion. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's Squawk Talk, baby.
Hell yeah, baby.
Tom's buying a $120 jersey if they
See
win.
if they
Here we
beat the
go. That's great
Chargers.
for my finances. Let's go.
After spending a
After
bunch of
I
money on a
spent
Halloween
$120
costume
on an
party.
eight costume.
You
Hello.
promise? You promise if
You
they win
promise?
this
You
week?
promise?
Just like Colby promises to stay sober all November.
Hey, until Thanksgiving, all right? Until Thanksgiving. Maybe the Wednesday before, all right? Because people will be in town. Might be a good time, all right?
That is honestly so smart because you always gain holiday weight.
Yep.
So you're gonna lose weight
Exactly.
coming into the holidays.
I'm gonna lose my bloat, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna like by Christmas I'm gonna be looking like Santa Claus. I'm gonna get all the bloat
All the way back,
right
dude.
back, and I might not shave my beard until Christmas. That could be fun too.
There you go.
There'll be
Yeah,
enough.
just no
There might
shave
be enough
November.
gray in there. It's
Yeah, that's gotta
Movember,
pass.
dude. It's Movember. Hit the mustache for Men's Mental Health Awareness.
I've always been a no shave November guy, but I do like the Movember movement.
The
And the
Movember.
cause.
It's still the same, I think. If people are like, oh, you're growing a beard out, yeah, I'm doing it for Movember, and you can still say the whole spiel.
Yeah.
Men
I'm ready to switch
men
it up,
cry
though, boys.
too.
I've
you
had the
know?
beard for a long time, so that's why it was
Dude,
before Colby's brother's
handlebar.
wedding. I was like, let's go mustache.
Yeah.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, I was like,
Maybe,
not
yeah.
for the wedding. I could.
I'm
do
wearing
it.
a mask every day at work. Who gives a shit what my facial hair looks like?
Yeah, there you
so
go.
Maybe it's time.
Have fun with it, dude. Why
Mhm.
not? I literally have shaved my beard clean within twice in the last like 3 or 4 weeks. That's probably the most I've shaved my beard clean in a while. So it's a little liberating. It's kind of nice.
I know it's been a while for me since I've had a clean shaven face, so I just have an itch.
Yeah, do it, dude.
Itch to get
Why
rid
not?
of it for a little while,
Have
you
fun
know.
with it. All right. Well, we just talked football for almost an hour and 20 minutes. So, it's about an hour and 10.
I have the World Series game on, and right now, let me get this loaded.
6-0
back up.
is what I see.
I
still.
know, dude.
6-0
this
good
is it.
guys going in the top of the 7th. And
Ooh,
then
They just pulled Max Fried. 6 inning
did they?
pitch,
Hell
4
of
hits,
an
0
outing.
runs, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 6 Ks. Let's go.
Well done.
It's a bad man.
Well
It's a bad
done.
man.
Bad
Let's
man.
go Braves. Hang
That
on
guy helped
to
me
it.
get to the finals in fantasy many
There you go.
And then we also have some NBA going on. The Kings are playing Utah.
And what's the score?
72-76 bad guys right now.
Is it back on?
It
Or
is
was
back
halftime?
on.
This was
De'Aaron
good.
Fox was scoreless
So
in the
bad,
first
dude.
half, man.
Dude, and then Davion looking great.
Davion looking real good. It's not
What do you-
good for the This is NBA talk.
Let's hit basketball.
Let's
Let's
hit
hit
the
basketball.
Kings talk. Matt
Let's
just
get a
walked
Kings
away.
talk, baby.
Let's get a Kings talk going. All right, here we are, and we're back. For the narrative of how the fans have been reacting to De'Aaron Fox, I don't love what's happening tonight, because the shittier the fans are gonna get toward him, I think the more he's gonna want to like push back and like be like, "Fuck this franchise! I've put my
I
heart
get a
on the
little
line for
worried,
you
dude.
guys." Yeah, I get worried when the fan base flips like this, especially on the star player that everybody has been defending. And I've seen in a majority of polls on YouTube that people are like, let's wait, let's calm down, let's wait 10 or 15 games. But there's a very, very loud minority screaming, trade him to Philadelphia for Simmons. trade him to New Orleans for Brandon Ingram. And it's like, I understand that, but like, this is our guy. Like, you gotta be patient.
It's a hard sell to me.
You gotta be patient. And people are like, well, what happened? Like, when we traded Mitch Richmond for Chris Webber, look what that did for our team. True, but this is the fucking 2020s. It's not 1990s. Like, I understand sometimes that shit can work, but I don't know. I don't think Monty would do that personally. Granted, he is a stats guy. He looks at numbers. He doesn't really do the players thing. I think he has relationships with players, but
statistically,
yeah, too,
De'Aaron's having one of the worst starts to a season that he's had in a long time, right?
Yeah.
So this is not just like sort of bad. This is real bad.
However, he's not alone. So let me throw these stats at you.
Hit me. Make me feel better about this.
I was watching Deuce and Mo the other day. Shout out Deuce and Mo. I know you're probably not watching, but you guys are awesome. Deuce was saying this. So the NBA this season so far, the fewest free throws per game ever because of the new referee mandates. Lowest field goal percentage since 2003. Lowest three-point percentage since 2000. And the lowest offensive rating since 2014 across the league.
The NBA right now.
Yes.
That's just how it's going.
And then let me give you even some specifics of players. Steph was scoring 32 points a game last year. He's now scoring 28. Bradley Beal was scoring 31. He's now scoring 24. Dame was scoring 28. He's now averaging 19. Joel Embiid, 28, now scoring 21. De'Aaron Fox is even on this list. He was averaging 25 last year, and he's now only averaging 19. So there's something going on in the NBA. Obviously, I think it's a combination of the refs and maybe, which I've heard people starting to now talk about, a combination of the ball changing. Do you guys know that the ball changed this season?
I didn't know that.
It
I know
changed,
about the other changes,
from a Spalding to a Wilson. And I don't think players are really talking about it yet, but I know the media is starting to ask the question, like, why are you scoring so bad? Is it the ball? And it's like, it's probably not the ball. But
fucking fouls.
Is it
egregious amount of fouls that they let them have?
Is part of it the short rest?
That's also, I think, coming into factor.
I don't hate that argument, too.
I mean, that seems like it would be, will probably become apparent later in the season, but
I agree.
I'm with you.
I think it's a good point, Colby. You got me off the ledge a little bit with De'Aaron when you start pointing out all these superstars that are performing below their average. I think, though, you would agree that it's been some better basketball to watch.
It has been a lot better to watch.
As a fan, the scores might be lower, but there is less stoppages. And now it's like, instead of, man, what a ticky-tacky foul, it's like, all right, that guy fucking trucked that guy into the stands. Like, we should probably call a foul on that.
Yeah.
You know, like now in the opposite, like I was always so concerned with like, oh, the refs are fucking taking the game out of the players' hands. And now I'm like, refs, do something.
Yeah.
They're manhandling my guys. Get in there. What the fuck?
Help, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Help.
Which I think is a better space overall as an NBA fan. We all, I think, like that more. You know,
Right.
We want them to just be able to play. So
let the boys
even
play.
when they're not giving Rashawn Holmes the calls.
Yeah.
they're not giving De'Aaron the calls, man.
De'Aaron
That's
is
the fucked up part.
Yeah.
De'Aaron finally figured it out last year, and he was getting every call he wanted, and then now they don't do that part of his game.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm just going to do what Dame and Steph and all Bradley Beal and do what all those guys did, and he, like, looked awesome. And now all those guys aren't doing it, too, because they don't just get fouls every time they fucking drive the lane. So
I still think is ultimately better as a more casual viewer. I don't like all the stoppages.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And fucking free throws, dude. Like, no one wants the game to be decided by free throws.
No.
And even when the Kings, like, had whatever their last win was, against the Pelicans or whatever, they had, like, double the amount of free throws that the Pelicans had, and the game was close. And I'm like, man, if they didn't get those foul calls, they wouldn't be playing. They wouldn't be even in this game, you know? But it's all still, you know, everyone's figured it out. And that's the nice thing. Everyone's figuring it out together. So it's always how rule changes work.
Even the refs are still figuring out, because there are some ones where people are getting clobbered and it's like no call, and then there's like they barely graze their hand in a shooting motion and it's like foul. So it's like where are we drawing the line here? Like what's a foul, what's not a foul? So
fuck. So it's going to turn into a Kings watch game right now. We're up on the number 1 Utah Jazz right now. We're up on the 5-1 Utah Jazz.
You
in
might
the
be
third.
you might be a little bit behind me.
Oh really?
We're losing by
Jesus.
4-6 now on my screen.
What's your time?
4:20 in the third quarter.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was behind.
But yeah, I think it's just very interesting how the NBA is as a whole is struggling, and we can't put a finger on it, but yeah, we're not the only podcast or local sports radio having this conversation talking about their stars struggling. Granted, De'Aaron Fox not having any points in the first half of this game, that's really concerning. However, the stat did say the last time he did that was in Utah, so I think he maybe just doesn't like elevation. Maybe
They're a
he's not
great
well
defensive team
rested.
too. They're an excellent defensive team.
Yeah.
Buddy, please. Nope. Yeah.
Foul.
I think
Keep it on the rails.
I got to
here.
give him
Don't-
time.
Yeah.
I got to give him time.
I think we give him time.
Please.
Please, buddy, please. Oh, Braves got another run, 7-0. Good guys.
Holy shit! I think this
might
is
be
it.
the
I think
night.
This is the night,
This
boys.
might be the night that it happens.
So
I've got one NBA segment I want to throw at you guys.
Please,
if I can find it
please.
here. All right, what's a bigger surprise? What do I got here? Yeah, the Bulls being 6-1, or the Celtics being 2-5.
Ooh.
What's more surprising to you?
Probably Celtics being 2-5.
Right?
Just because the Bulls made great acquisitions in the offseason. And it's like, yeah, it makes
Working
sense
out.
yeah, it's all working out. I mean, obviously we know Jimmy Butler loves to make his guys work real hard. Or not Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry. No, not Kyle Lowry. Why am I having such a brain fart?
DeMar DeRozan,
DeMar DeRozan.
Vucevic.
But isn't Kyle Lowry also on the Bulls?
He's on the Heat.
Oh shit, never
You
mind.
got to trade from the Raptors to the Heat.
Same colors.
The Heat are second. The Heat are 5-1 though. The Heat are also having an incredible start to the season.
Yeah.
So
The Bulls
Yeah.
are very interesting.
the Bulls. So this year, I think it's like old school basketball. We've got the Bulls number 1, Heat number 2, Knicks 3rd, 76ers 4, Wizards 5th, Raptors 6th, Hornets 7, Nets 8. That's our top 8 in the Eastern Conference right now.
The more physical
That's a little
teams are
surprising.
just winning. It's like
I know.
like you said,
It's
it
a
is like old
different kinda
basketball.
game.
Yeah.
I also think the Nets is classic, dude. They're gonna fucking slow jerk their way to a fucking playoff spot. They're like the
Yep.
Lakers now.
Oh
The
yeah.
Bucks though, 3-4. That's a little surprising, and they've been trying. Drew Holiday's been out, but they've been trying to win games. Giannis is doing everything, and they still lose.
It's the
so.
hangover, dude. I mean, it's gonna
agree.
happen. They'll probably tighten it up around the playoffs, but they're still enjoying it. They're still doing this championship tour.
100%. Real quick, while we're on the subject, this is the Western Conference standings as of today. Jazz 5-1, Warriors 5-1, Mavs 4-2, Lakers 4-3, Grizz 4-3, Nuggets 4-3, Timberwolves 7, fucking 3-3, and then ya boys Kings 3-3 going into tonight.
We're in the playoffs and the
In it
season ends
right now.
tonight. Let's
We're
go.
in it right now, dude. Teams below us. This is the weirdest part. The teams below us that I didn't expect it. Blazers 3-4, Suns 2-3, Clippers 2-4,
I think-
Spurs 2-5.
I think the Suns being 2-4 is more surprising
Big surprise.
than the Celtics being 2-5. Yeah,
That's a playoff
wild.
hangover too. I
Yes.
100% agree. Those guys put all their shit into that game, into that series,
yeah.
that run.
Into that run. I mean, Suns in 4 run. It was a huge deal. Everybody was like kind of rooting for him, and then it was against the Bucks, and it was like, oh, maybe we want Giannis to win. And then the Suns kind of became the bad guys. They put up an incredible fight, but yeah, came up short. And Chris Paul doesn't seem like he got the bag,
so
and he's
early,
kind
though.
of phoning it in. I know.
I feel like, and
It's
Chris
so
Paul, though,
early.
I want to point out players that made their fucking Hall of Fame career out of getting foul calls. Chris Paul was
Yeah.
the guy. He's the godfather of fucking layups, driving the hoop, fucking get a foul call. He's the guy.
Yeah.
So if James Harden is the fucking shooting from 3 and I step into you from that foul that's not called anymore, Chris Paul loves to drive the lane, do it. I think the Suns are going to be better than we think right now. I think they're totally going to, slow work their way back in there, just like a lot of these teams. I think there'll be some equalizer shit going on.
Yeah,
I don't think the Mavs are going to finish 3rd. I doubt it.
No, I'm with you. It's so early. And I mean, we could do extremely early season predictions. Maybe we do that next week. How about it'd be kind of fun
Get
to
John
prep.
here for some big
Yeah, we'll
basketball
get John
stuff. I
here
want
for
John
some.
around for
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, hopefully you're doing good, dude. We don't really know what you're doing, but hopefully you're having a good time.
Hopefully you're having fun, or
hopefully
you get well soon.
Hope you're
or,
okay, hopefully finals aren't too hard. I don't know what's going on with you.
No idea.
We hope you're okay, bud. We miss you.
Your vacation time cleared, so
yeah,
it's all
it did.
approved.
Yeah, exactly. Your PTO has been approved.
Yeah, it's been approved. Don't worry, dude.
But yeah, man. I've actually been watching a lot of basketball, and so I'm getting pretty excited, and it's a lot of fun to watch this year. Like you said, there's kind of a big mix-up. It's early, but I'm enjoying it. And the Kings, once again, they're only down by 1, sticking in this game. So tune in, have a good time.
3 teams to watch in the West that no one expects to be there. Sacramento Kings, obviously. Fucking Memphis Grizzlies are super fun to watch. Ja Morant. And then the Timberwolves, dude. Timberwolves haven't been good in years.
Yeah,
Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, fucking D'Angelo Russell, fucking... There's a bunch of good players on those teams, and they're all real fun to watch.
That is sick, and that just concerns me that the Kings aren't going to make it.
Right.
Because there are now these teams surging up.
Clippers, Suns, and fucking Blazers are, at the edge. I'm a little genuinely concerned about the Blazers because they have not really found it yet. And
they might be,
They might actually be in a bad way this season.
And I mean, when we had Dylan on earlier this year or this month, I think even he was kind of not the word saying that. No, he was saying that. So, and he knows his Blazers. So I think he's got kind of his thumb on the pulse. He knows what's going on there. Alrighty, boys.
I got one more thing before we close it out too.
I got one more thing as well. I'll let you go first.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Mine's just a conversation we started off air. I've been trying for us to do like let's watch horror movies and talk about them thing because I love making this not a sports podcast and talking about movies. So we had a discussion about Ari Aster horror movies and scary movies that are not just about being slashers or whatever. And you guys both told me you haven't seen Hereditary yet. Hereditary is almost like the pinnacle of the last 10 years of new horror, new core, whatever you want to call it.
New
horror.
Core? Well,
new core.
What genre is this, dude?
I don't know, but it's dope and it's awesome.
New core?
It makes your brain hurt. It's terrifying. It's fucking. You will think about it for days. It is fucking graphically violent too. So just
all right,
you're up for that.
It was between that and the Witch for me.
I think watch Hereditary. Just prepare yourself for a gritty experience. There is some hard things to swallow while you're watching that movie, and even pretty early on. But it is a great movie to talk about. So I want you guys to watch it.
I'm glad I picked that one to watch by myself. And
I know, Matt. Okay, Matt. Maybe
The Witch is way tamer in comparison to Hereditary.
All right, Matt. How about? Can we do like a little watch party, just you and me? Not on Twitch, but just like I just don't want to be alone because I don't think my girlfriend is gonna watch it with me. So I don't know. Maybe
tell me when you're watching. I'll fucking watch it again. I love that movie.
I think watch party.
It is seriously great film though. That's the thing. It's great film.
All right. If it's on,
go see it in the cinema.
It's a good horror movie. It's not just trash, That's the best part about these new horror movies. They're
# saved by cinema.
Exactly. Hey, there's a fuck ton of movies coming out in November. If you don't see them in theaters, you're missing out.
Wait, Tom, real quick. There was one that you mentioned that you and Amber watched that just left you.
Censor is the one I think I brought up semi-recently on Hulu. Yeah, that one's kind of gnar. That was the one that I watched it one night, and then in our group chat, and Kevin was like, "Oh, Censor, dude, it's fucking gnar."
Yeah,
check that one out too on Hulu. That one, Hereditary is a better movie, but Censor is also very interesting, and that's on Hulu.
Okay.
Censor.
I don't know where Hereditary is. It might be HBO Max. I don't know what streaming service that one's on.
Can I just mail me your Blu-ray?
I have to. Yeah,
mail it. I'll ship it to you, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly, dude. I don't even have Blu-ray of that one, dude.
Or just bring it down on Friday. So Tom and I
still on the Blu-ray train.
Oh yeah,
he is. Yeah.
I'm a 4K Blu-ray guy, but only when it's the right movie. I just bought The Green Knight. If you want, I'll let you borrow that. That one's a real interesting film. That one's another. Just Google Green Knight. You'll actually want to watch it. I guarantee it.
Tom, I want you to make me I want you to make me a list of 100 movies to watch.
Yeah, me too.
I would be able to give you some good ones, dude. I'm a fan.
Like not even your top
check
100.
That out.
Yeah,
that's another A24 film.
Oh yeah, I'm a big A24
okay,
guy.
I can see that.
Yeah, A24 is
I
big.
recommend.
Yeah.
What's the new one? I need to go see Last Night in Soho or whatever.
Edgar Wright's new film.
The new Edgar Wright film looks great. I'm sure that's gonna be awesome. I'm all about that. And then if you saw November's got like some blockbusters. some fucking. I wouldn't mind watching the Will Smith movie about he's the dad of.
Serena Venus.
I think that's gonna be probably a great movie that maybe wins an Oscar somewhere in there.
Maybe we do a little movie night episode here soon. That could be kind of fun. That would be a good time.
I'm down. There's tons. November is like all the films that they've been literally holding off releasing. They've been waiting for this holiday season to release them because movie theaters are actually open.
Hell yeah.
So that's why there's a fuck ton of movies coming out.
Oh, I just noticed something. Sorry, this is completely off topic, but
go for it.
in the Kings game, the entire coaching staff, they're all wearing all black. And so is Utah. Are they trying to make like a statement about how shitty Utah fan Jazz, like how shitty the Utah Jazz fans are?
Are we bringing this all the way back to season 3, episode 1 of A-Gap, dude?
Yeah.
Or we just
how
shit on Utah
shitty
fans?
the Jazz fans are and how their comments are despicable. It's just I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
Is there recent stuff?
Well, and then they like cut
Fuck you,
away,
Mike
and
Conley.
on the scoreboard it said something like conduct policy, like no racial slurs to be used in the stadium. It's like, oh my
Aaron
god,
can't fucking buy a 3-pointer, dude.
how many?
They
still
gotta
have 0
remind
points?
people that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like,
They
if
do
you have
that
to
at
put
every
that
game.
in your stadium,
They do that at every game.
No,
they say the
it's-
conduct policy at every game.
I'm
They've done
pretty
it
sure
since.
it's like don't throw shit. Like don't. Yeah, it's all right. I'll get off my take there. The one thing that I wanted to finish off with here,
Oh yeah,
The Jazz games is just like, don't make fun of Mormons. It's not weird, okay?
I know. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
side comment too. I was gonna send it to Matt, but Channel 5 YouTube.
Oh yes, I was
watch
gonna
that?
send that.
You watch that?
To the Jets.
It's
Oh,
rap
the
festival.
Utah rap. I gotta watch
the
that.
Utah Rap Festival video.
I
You
was
haven't
gonna
watched
send
yet.
that to you
That is
guys,
a
but I was like,
gem.
they're not gonna care.
A gem. Yeah.
I
No,
love
watched it.
that
I was
guy.
gonna send it to you.
Callahan. He's
Yeah.
so funny.
Oh, he's
it's so great.
incredible. Incredible.
Yep. Highly recommend that.
Last
Yes.
thing I got, the college football playoff rankings just came out.
Oh.
Don't know if you guys heard about that yet.
Dun 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 dun.
Oregon. The fucking Ducks came in at number 4.
Saw that.
We're
Saw that,
in.
baby.
We're in,
Let's
baby.
go.
We're in. Once again, the playoffs start today.
Quack quack, motherfucker.
We're in, so we just got to win out, take care of business. We beat Ohio State, so those guys can fuck right off. Michigan State, they're probably going to lose. Alabama's probably not. Georgia might lose to... I don't think they play Alabama because I think they're north and south. So it'll be interesting, man. If the Ducks can sneak into the playoff, I'm like... it'll be
Fuck it, dude.
I'm
Why
not
not?
that confident, but
Why
it'll be
not
fun.
you, dude?
It'll be fun.
Why
And I'm
not?
not that confident, but it'll be fun as shit. So
Why not?
why not? Let's go, Ducks. We're a Ducks podcast, right, boys?
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Let's go.
Go Ducks.
Alrighty, boys. That's all I
Go
got. Any final words from you, gentlemen? Matt, you got anything? No? Yes?
Nope.
Maybe?
Nope.
No?
I got some homework to do. I got some films to watch.
Hell yeah, dude. Me
Watch
too.
Hereditary and get terrified.
I know. I might go make some dinner and watch a not scary movie. I'm actually gonna watch
Same.
into this Kings game. Hopefully they can fucking sneak
know,
out
dude,
a
that's
dub
exactly
against
where
the
I'm going.
Jazz. That'd be
I
so
get
That'd be
sick.
huge.
fucked up dreams when I watch scary movies.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
They're
it's this
spooky.
one will definitely not help that.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
But it's
Cool.
part of the you go on a roller coaster not because you think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a pleasant, chill experience. You go because you want to get fucking hyped, dude. It's fucking adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah, but it's not like people aren't dying on the roller coaster. That's like a
You don't
that's like
die
a,
watching a
this is-
scary movie.
Seen Final Destination 3?
Yeah.
You don't die. You don't die watching these things. It's not like you're actually getting a log
What a
thrown in your
pull.
face through a
I
car.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe when it's in 3D, bro. Remember that? All right.
Oh, dude! Imagine when we're in the metaverse. I don't think they're calling it the metaverse.
That's where you actually will die watching.
Facebook is calling
If
it
you
the
di-
metaverse.
Is it the metaverse?
Yes.
If you die in the metaverse, you die in real life.
Oh God, I can't wait. That movie is probably already being like shot at Netflix right now.
Wait, sweet baby Ray's. Did we watch
Oh
that?
yes,
Anyone
the
watch
Sweet
that?
Baby Ray's. Yeah. Oh
Sweet
yeah.
Baby Ray's.
It's
so
too good,
funny.
dude. It's too good. And
House is the
everyone
boss.
on Twitter was like, I can't believe everyone on
Right?
Twitter was like, I thought it was kind of cheeky that he had like the little Sweet Baby Ray's behind
Yeah.
him, and everyone was like, what a fucking robot! He put Sweet Baby Ray's on his desk or on his cabinets. I'm like, have you guys never seen the like live of him barbecuing? It's fucking
Right.
hilarious.
He's all about Sweet Baby
yeah,
Ray's,
it
dude.
loves Sweet Baby Ray's.
I don't think he's a robot. I just think he's a fucking weirdo. That's why
Yeah,
I think it's funny. He's
yeah,
obsessed with
exactly.
Sweet Baby Ray's. dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's actually, it makes him more human, which is the fucked up thing.
Well, that's the thing is I feel like he's leaning into the bit and trying to be funny, and people are just like, no, like, you don't have a sense of humor at all. Like, this isn't
supposed to be a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaron Fox got some points. Here we go.
Oh, let's
There
go.
No way.
Right.
Was that his first points of the game?
There's no way. Was
I
it
think
really?
there's also that, like, I don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he might possibly be the man behind our entire civilization's demise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yes.
I can see why people are like, nope.
No,
Yeah,
let's keep.
no.
I like keeping up the hate train on him. Let's.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's not slow down that. You know, let's keep it going.
Fuck the Zuck. Fuck the
Fuck
Zuck.
the Zuck.
All right, you heard it here
Big baby
first.
raise.
You heard it here first, folks. God, I can't fucking
first
talk
one.
tonight, man. All right.
Who's got the shakes?
I guess, yeah, dude. I'm usually like 3 or 4 beers in by now.
I know, right?
My body is not used to just talking sober for this long.
As a water drinker only tonight, I'm having the same problem a little bit.
Yeah.
How do I get it going?
Yeah. How do I fucking get
Where's the
into
juice?
this
Where's
thing?
the juice?
It's all right.
Take it, buddy. Oh, nice.
Maybe I'll eat an edible next
all right.
episode. We'll see how that goes. All right, gentlemen. Thank you guys for being here. Everybody in chat, thank you for being here. Let's go Braves. Finish it
Braves.
out.
Close it out tonight.
Close it out. Let's go.
Tonight's the night. Let's do it. 7-0. We got it.
Obviously, let's go Kings. We're 1 point
Kings.
down.
Great.
10 minutes left against the #1 seed in the West. Let's go. Let's go Ducks. Let's go get the fucking CFB.
Can we say
Fish.
if
Go
the
Sharks.
Braves win, can they agree to retire at the chop?
I would love to make
Maybe.
that
Like, that
deal.
seems like a
Yeah.
nice way to put a bow on it. Like, we won, and we can just stop.
End it.
Maybe it's
Stop.
What if, like,
You
what
know.
if you just didn't?
Yeah. What if it just ended?
Like, stop it.
And it could be like something you
stop
could reminisce
Just
on.
don't.
You'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, hey,
Remember the chop
Yeah,
in the
remember
back?
the chop, and then we won the World Series.
No, and then they'll be like, nah, I don't remember that.
Nah, dude. We got to keep
We,
going.
we didn't do that.
Grandpa, did you chop when the Braves won the World Series? No. God,
No.
no.
No, God.
Everyone
no.
was doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Some of my friends chopped, but I would never. Oh, God. All right,
Weren't my
gentlemen.
friends anymore.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All
Thank
right.
you, everybody. Follow us on all the social media things. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you on Thursday. NFL Week 9 preview. God, it's moving fast.
I know.
It's so fast.
Totally.
Let's cherish it while it's here. Cherish your time. Kiss your mother. Kiss your father.
You
We'll
gotta
see you guys on
cherish it.
Thursday. All right. We might be spooked on Thursday, but we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.